Hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of Unavowed, a pixel art adventure game that I know very little about, except that it comes highly recommended from a YouTuber that we like a whole bunch named Pushing Up Roses. Roses has a long history of playing and enjoying adventure games, primarily from Sierra back in the day, but and also has a real fan of oh gosh, what's her name? Laura Bow, I think it is. Just a whole adventure game series that I had never heard of. But this came out a few years ago, and my understanding is that it was highly recommended. So based on her recommendation and the very good reviews that it got on Steam, we'd figure that we'd check it out. About 6 months ago, we had a very good time going through Kathy Rain Director's Cut and had a hankering to jump back into some sort of adventure game. So let's check this out together. I've set the options. Everything should be good. Please do let us know if anything looks or sounds off in the stream. And otherwise, let's go ahead and hit new game.
May you be snatched away from this place. You shall no more dare to deceive, persecute, and torment. As smoke is driven away, as wax melts before the fire, so shall you be driven away, unclean spirit.
All of these questions.
Silence! Now answer true. Are you demon, man, or woman?
Apparently my character has no dialogue, or no voice, so... Well... I'm curious what we get if we say, what the hell are you talking about?
Damn it! No! Just answer!
Hello to
Do
Cara
as he
Luna.
says, unless you want a broken wrist.
Okay, well, pending additional information, I'll be me. I'm a man.
Demon! Your power over his mind is waning. Release him now! Release him before I am forced to destroy you! Remember! You are human! Remember! Tell us, before the demon regains control, your name. Tell us your name!
Oh, he's gonna be so surprised. Okay, so let's go with our Twitch name here. And is it just enter?
Did you hear that, evil spirit? He knows himself. He is yours no longer. Now your past. Tell me something about your past. Your profession! Quick!
Ooh. I'm not telling you anything. I'm an actor. Our show opens next week. I'm a police officer. Let me go before I arrest you both. I'm a bartender. Let's all sit down and talk about this. This man just hit me with lightning, so I feel like I am going to tell him stuff. Let's be a bartender.
Yes! He's beginning to remember. Night after night, you pour drinks and help people forget their troubles. You give them the strength to push forward, to prevail. Now it's your turn. Take your own advice. Fight it! Remember who you are!
Can you stop hitting me with lightning? Cara Luna, you're here right at the very beginning of Unavowed. Apparently, a year ago, we were at Sammy's bar. This diner is a great place to get food after Sammy's closes. Maybe you'll head over after work. Oh. Okay, that was where the mouse was. So the door to Sammy's bar, your place of employment for the last 7 years. Looks like the sanitation department is picking up late trash again. So what if I click on this? Does he have more information? No. The sign was just recently installed. It's the only new thing about this place. This car is parked in a tow zone. The world loves an optimist. Teenagers like to throw beer bottles off this bridge. You try to stay clear. Let me right-click as well. Okay, right-click doesn't seem to do anything yet. This tree often does double duty as Sammy's second bathroom. So wait, I'm sorry. Does Sammy's bar not have a bathroom where he can go? I like the music so far. Okay, let's go inside. Oh, these tags get thrown up faster than you can clean them off. Okay, so I'm just now looking at the cursor that when it's something that you can... Oh, what's this? This is probably an inventory. Yep. Okay. Let me just escape. Uh-oh. Okay, it's just left click to get out of that. And hello to Maxine. Maxine, you and Carolina are joining right at the beginning of Unavowed. If you have any feedback on how it looks or sounds, please do share it. We tried to make sure that it would have worked properly. Let's go into Sammy's bar.
Hey, wait. Hey, long time no see.
Okay, sir, I'm having a lot of amnesia lately, so... Sure, I am surprised to see you here, sir.
Yeah, well, this isn't where I'd choose to be if I could help it. It's my brother. You remember Jonah? He's in there. He's bad. Badder than me on my worst day. Your boss called me to take him home, but...
Let's leave it unsaid. Like, I'm being a bit jokey, but yeah, this dude doesn't want to go into the bar. One of the previous responses indicated maybe a knowledge that he's on the wagon, as they say, so he doesn't want to be tempted. I understand. I'll go get him out.
Thanks. Really. I thought I could go in myself, but I don't think I can. The first thing they tell you is not to enter a gin joint if you can avoid it. I've gone 4 years. I can't lose them. Not even for him.
Sure, let's go ahead and pass some judgment. I'll talk to him. You wait right here. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. You have no idea. Just talk to him, okay? He practically lives in this place. You know him better than I do. And don't tell your boss I'm out here. I don't think she likes me too much these days.
The dialogue feels mixed a little bit low relative to the music. If anybody has trouble hearing, there's subtitles on screen as well, but we can like mix the music down a little bit.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Carolina's less of a fan of the music. I don't know. I like the mood that it's setting. I feel like, are you okay? Even though she said, thank God you're here. Let's go with, but then again, I don't like you can relax, I'm here. Are you okay?
Do I look okay? I swear to things I gotta deal with. Fuck this. After tonight, I'm done. I quit.
Let's... Okay, so I don't see anybody else in here. Maybe Jonah's in the bathroom or the water closet, as they say. So we're gonna talk to her. What's wrong?
It's Jonah. You know Jonah, right? He's lost it. In my bar. And I can't get him out. I thought Logan was a mean drunk, but Jonah? He's worse. He came in here all twitchy and looking scared. He asked for a whiskey and I gave it to him. Then he started crying. Then he started screaming. Now he's locked himself in the damn bathroom.
Let's go with so what now. I don't like so what did you do, because it feels like it's putting a lot of burden on her. So what now?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, Jonah scares me. But maybe, look, maybe you can get him out of there. He's always listened to you.
How much did he drink?
Honestly, I am surprised he's still standing. Look, just get him out the door. You can scream at the rats in the park for all I care. I'll just wait here.
Okay, time out just for 1 second. I do want to bring the music down, like, not a lot. It's just, it feels mixed a little hot relative to the voice and stuff. So we'll put it about there. Okay, let's look around. Sign. The jukebox is just here for ambience. It hasn't worked in 10 years. Still early in the evening. Crowds don't come in until later. Really, this place draws a crowd. Sammy put up a few stickers years ago. Somehow they multiplied. These pictures came with the bar when Sammy bought it. She has no idea what they're... Wait, is this Sammy? Oh, it is. Sammy LaGuardia. Your boss and friend... Oh, okay. Because where my mind was going was like, wait a second. Sammy is peeing against the tree across the street, but then it occurred to me that it's Sammy's, like the bar's secondary bathroom, not Sammy the person's secondary bathroom. I'm on board now. Okay, that's the trouble with naming your bar after yourself. People may not be entirely sure whether or not you mean the bar or the people who go there. Not exactly a top shelf collection, but you're working on it. Covered with countless glass stains, nobody uses the coasters you brought in, and also nobody wipes down the bar. The stools are held together with duct tape and a prayer. Pictures, yeah, I got that. That. Sammy keeps the darts behind the bar. Maybe you'll play later. No, Guy, like, I'm not going to tell these people how to run their bar, but this place is an absolute dive. Okay, we've already spoken with Sammy, but I am curious what happens if we talk to her again.
Drunk ass idiot. I should have cut him off right away.
Okay, not much. I didn't read that. It said something about being a unisex bathroom,
Go
which is...
away, Sammy.
Oh, I like that he's muffled behind the door. Let's just go with it's me.
Oh, it's you. Just go away. I don't want you to see me like this. No, shut up. Just stop. I'm sorry. It's not you. You've always been good to me. I know you tried. It just didn't work. Just leave me alone.
I feel like he's had enough. I mean, I'm not going to have a drink with him if he comes out, so that'd be a lie. What didn't work?
Them. They just won't leave. Shut up. I can't. Not till, no.
Okay, come on out. You can talk to me.
Damn it, no. Just go away. Get out.
What did I tell you?
I don't have a good sense if my character is the sort of person who would say something like, what the hell's wrong with them? Also, I don't know if this is exasperated, concerned, or frustrated. Well, exasperated is frustrated. Angry, you know, I'm not sure what tone of voice we're supposed to take. So let's go with we've got to help him.
You want to cuddle him? Do it when you're not here. But take my advice and stay away from guys like that. I know it's not good for business, but some people just shouldn't drink. Crap like that runs in the family. I should have barred Jonah along with his drunk-ass brother.
I'm going to try this again, not that we're going to be able to walk in. Door to the bathroom, unisex, of course.
I said go away.
Okay, so we've got our first puzzle. The bathroom key hangs behind the bar. I think I might have solved the puzzle.
Oh, the key? Yeah, I guess that'll work.
Wow, I'm the best adventure gamer. It's a good question. You seriously didn't think to use the key?
Don't look at me like that. You want the truth? I didn't use the key because Jonah's scaring the hell out of me. I was gonna give the key to Logan, but he's a no-show. Guess he'll have to do.
Okay, so this is how we learn to use inventory. Oh, God.
I locked that door for a reason.
I have no idea. Honest to God, like, the answer that's not here is, hey, Jonah, what's up? Like trying to get him talking. I feel like this is very alarming. I feel like I mean, I don't know this guy well enough to know if he'd respond to like a command. Let's go with put the gun down.
I don't think I can do that. They keep talking to me with the begging and pleading and crying. Can't you hear them? They are so loud.
Carolyn was saying that's the tutorial puzzle. Yes, use key on door. Slam dunk. I got it. Here's the thing about saying that you need help. I think that it's extremely true right now. Like, super true. Also, look at the mirror. Help him, please. But some people get scared if they think there's something wrong with them, and sometimes that fear might inspire them to say, you know, maybe it's better if I just do it this way. Let's have him talk. Let's have him talk some more. You're hearing voices?
I know it sounds crazy, and I tried to pretend she didn't exist. But now, there are so many, so many. I close my eyes, they're there. I try to sleep, they're there. I tried to drink, they are still here. It got so bad, my boss fired me. Me! Just like they fired my brother. It just keeps getting worse. I can't make them go away.
I wasn't even thinking about his brother. His brother, oh my god. His brother's standing out there right now saying, like, I don't have the strength to, not the strength. I don't want to be like, I don't want to risk going into the bar because of what it might do to my sobriety. Imagine if I don't get this guy out, he's going to live the rest of his life. Oh, also the words in the mirror are like fading in and out. Look. He's going to live the rest of his life regretting that he didn't go into the bar and feeling like he was too weak to do it. That is, I really want to save this guy's life because I feel like there's two people on the line here. Who are they?
There are dozens of them, hundreds. They're surrounding me, surrounding you. I can't stop them. All I can do is join them.
He specifically said that he tried drinking to make the voices go away. Join who?
The dead. The army of the dead. They want me to join them.
Again, anything to keep him talking. Maybe try to lead him back around to the here and the right now.
Yeah, they started coming about a month ago. First ghost came, a little girl. She told me I was chosen. Then I started seeing more and more everywhere. They won't leave me alone. If I have to die to make it stop, then so be it.
I'm lifting my hand up off the mouse to make sure I don't accidentally click on something. If you're gonna pull the tree, oh no, we're not saying that. Enough of this crap. No, you can get help. I don't know that I would go as far as the drugs, but there are treatments.
What? You think being locked up in Bellevue is better? Locked in Bellevue with these dead things? I've thought about it, asking for help. I can't live like this, but I don't want to die, man. I don't want to die. Why is this happening?
Let's go with you're under a lot of strain.
No kidding. Maybe that's all it is. Stress. Maybe my bro's got the right idea. Maybe I should join the program? Here, just take it.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank God.
You and Sammy, man. You've always been good to me. And this book, you can take this too.
Can you imagine being like weirdly sarcastic right now? Also, why would I assume anything? Like, why would you... when you see somebody carrying a book, do you ask them, why are you carrying that book? Book?
Yeah, I thought it would help. It's about spirits and ghosts and stuff. It had techniques to make them go away. But I think it's just made it worse. Take it, will you? I just don't want to look at it. Right. Let's go. I owe Sammy an apology.
Was that a gunshot? To Jonah?
This is absolutely not the way I wanted this to go.
Your chosen vessel remembers. You are no longer welcome, wicked spirit. The hands you control will no longer do your bidding. In the name of myself, my witness, and the soul whom you hold captive, I cast you out! Gotcha!
Eli!
Sorry. Getting hit by lightning in this universe does a variety of different things, apparently. Sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it really knocks you on your ass. That's a lot. It's a lot, all at once, the last 60 seconds or so. Judging by the view, you're somewhere in Brooklyn, quite far away from your bar in the Bronx. And then we've got that, and my character's back on his feet. I guess we should just call him Angel. I should have given him a name then. She looks ordinary, but had a grip like a steel vice. She's hovering over the man like a mother hen. He lies on the ground, twitching slightly. Steam rises from his... Let's talk to him first, sir.
Stand back!
Jeez, Mandy, put that sword away. The spirit is gone. That guy's harmless.
And hello to Jab, who's lurking, but just finished up a game of Wii Crafting for a while. Welcome to Jab. I hope you're having a nice weekend. Okay, could you put that sword down and tell me what happened?
See? He doesn't even remember how he got here. It looks like his memory got scrambled during the exorcism.
Scrambled.
What? It happens.
I apologize for the threat. It has been a long night. Please, come with us, and we will explain everything.
How about right here?
Because I am cold, soaking wet, and I have been outdoors all night. However, if you want to stay up here, you are welcome to.
Look, we've had a rough night. Go easy on us, okay? Just come on downstairs. When you're ready, we'll explain everything.
Oh, they've had a rough night.
Honest.
I got struck by lightning twice and just remembered the time that I killed my friend's brother and also my boss. So, do tell. You don't know what building you're in, but this door leads into it. Is there anything else to look at? Probably not. No.
Do take your time. Soak it all in.
This man is slashed in several places. You can only hope he went quickly. This man's face has been beaten beyond recognition. What's the story with her? A pretty redhead impaled straight through the heart. At least the rain is keeping the crowds away. What floor are we on right now, though? An old woman lies crushed under a table. No. She is affected by the carnage. If she is affected by the carnage around her, she gives no sign. And this man looks slightly green. He is obviously uncomfortable being here. You can relate. I don't really have a sense of which... You sort of want to talk to the person in charge. I really don't have a sense on which person that is. But she's the one with the sword. So maybe we will address her first.
So, how is that memory of yours? Anything spring to mind?
Can we have a conversation about what happened here?
Your answer is within your question. Hell indeed happened here. These innocents of the city who I have sworn to protect, were destroyed by your hands.
Hello to Jody K. Jody, I hope you're having a nice Saturday so far. Okay, so here's the thing. How the hell would this guy get her up high enough to slam her through that? This is a Jason Voorhees maneuver, not a regular bartender move. That's impossible.
I think you'll find your definition of impossible is about to change. You were possessed by some kind of demon. It made you do things.
You do not remember? 1 year ago, you murdered that man Jonah in cold blood, and that bartender.
Thanks for bringing that up. Let's go with a little bit of like, you're still coming out of it. Wait, Jonah and Sammy are dead? I killed them?
Your body did, if that's what you mean. That bar's been a condemned site ever since. The story was top news for weeks. Every district in the city was searching for you.
As were we. And it is fortunate that we found you first. These people on the floor, torn apart using your bare hands. The rain washed away most of the blood from your hands, but it will always be there, whether you can see it or not.
She is the worst grief counselor. This is horrible.
It is good that you think this way. The demon who possessed you, it would not.
Listen to me. These feelings you've got right now, the guilt, the anger, hold on to that. It means you're human. You'll need that going forward.
Speaking of going,
Yeah, we need to scoot. Did you put up a veil, Mandana?
I did, and it will confuse the police long enough for us to get away, but we should not tarry.
Okay, this is Mandana. We don't know his name yet. A large mess of debris blocks the front door. Well, we've got a back door. Let's talk with this fellow.
I'd love to chat and get to know you better, but we need to vamoose.
Oh, we better vamoose and scoot. Skedaddle. Beat feet. Alright, I don't see anything else to touch. Well, there's nothing I'd really want to touch, but...
Quickly, leave through the back door. We will follow.
I feel like the person with the sword should really go first.
Fresh air at last.
A padlock. Of course. Can you pry it off?
I am tired, Eli. My strength ebbed hours ago. Perhaps he can help us. Could you find something to pry this off?
Yeah, anything big or heavy should do.
Like a sword. Maybe that's not heavy enough. No water is flowing through this drain pipe. Oh, so it's clogged somewhere. That's adventure game stuff. Rainwater is pouring out of this drain pipe. Oh, no, maybe it's not clogged. It's just going down that way. So, a deep puddle fills the cement floor of this alley. A dumpster. And here's, like, obviously I'm, like, my ears are on this. The insulation is worn thin here, exposing the wire. Sparks are flying off it. Better not touch. The pipe looks a bit corroded but sturdy. So, I know it's, like, wet around here, but can I not just walk over and get the pipe? I feel like I'm going to get electrocuted if I do that. Which, by the way, maybe we should try to figure out how the save works. Oh, Jody K had to work this morning. I'm sorry to hear that. I want to save, because I don't know how death works. So, let's call this starting alley. Okay. I want to, like, interact with this. Nothing inside. Can I check this then? No. Okay. Yeah, if this is coming down from the roof, then it's just emptying out there. Let me... I feel like the pipe is right there. Trash and more trash. A heavily stained tablecloth. I got a rag. Copper wire. And nothing else I don't see. Sometimes these games can be awfully pixel hunty, but I don't see anything. By the way, I hope that the rain effect is not, like, destroying the stream quality.
You've got to be kidding me.
This place, much has changed.
Creature, who are you and what is your purpose here?
Purpose? You invited me.
You're mistaken.
I was summoned across the void by you.
I say again, you are mistaken. You know I speak the truth.
I know what you are, Jinn child. I know you cannot speak false. Nevertheless, a beacon appeared. A path was formed.
Stop it.
I merely followed it.
Can I hit?
Nobody here has
Nope.
done such a thing. Eli?
On the roof. I used a lot of power. Probably enough to call the attention of, well, something like this.
Wait.
Neophyte mage. Playing with forces you don't understand.
Sorry. The
I'm
completely
mage enough
shit.
to
They're still
burn you
talking.
into a greasy smudge.
Okay, so we've got to figure this out.
Why?
Hello to
I know a falsehood when I hear one.
me and Patikin.
I can smell your power, mageling. You have none left. You are nearly spent. And you, Jin Child, are so fatigued you can barely stand.
That may be true, but stand we shall.
Since we're being so honest with each other, you don't look too healthy yourself.
Okay, now hold on a second. If I click on this guy, I'm going to walk
journey
over to him.
here was long and difficult. I used much of my energy getting here.
This is an electrified puddle. I don't want to walk in it. I just want to yell
So
at
you're
this
just
guy.
as tired as we are. That's called a stalemate, friend.
I do not wish to fight. I've no quarrel with either of you. I am merely hungry. Feed me, and I will return home.
That is all? What type of food do you require?
Can I throw the rag on him?
On this plane of existence, human flesh is all that will sustain me.
Of course it is. That's not gonna happen. Sorry.
Agreed. We cannot allow that. Depart in peace. There need not be bloodshed.
I need to feed. I will die otherwise.
So I've
The
electrified.
lady asked you to leave.
You give me orders?
Okay, hold on.
I summoned you. I do have that right.
If you have the will to enforce it.
Right. So, leave. I command it. Return across the void from where you came.
Okay, wait. What if we combine the rag with the thing? No. What if we combine the pole? No.
Eli, he is not leaving.
I could see that.
So,
Mageling, you created no summoning circle, no spells of binding, no means of holding me.
ooh. Okay,
Look,
so we.
it was my first exorcism, okay?
Ah!
Neophyte mage. Playing with.
We got him.
That was creatively done.
Yeah. Nice work.
Okay, time out for 1 second. The completely unceremonious turn and just rips off your face. There's not even a sound effect to it. Was very funny. But yeah, so what we did was we shoved the tablecloth in there, then the water came down here, and then we could electrify it, and it was all good. Jody K was saying, then I had to swing by the pharmacy to pick up Rocky's new meds and search the store for vegan marshmallows to give Rocky's meds in, since one of the new meds is supposed to be nasty. Okay, so someone who's literally hide the pills into for Rocky. I get it. Yeah, our cats traditionally have never been willing to take pills. Like you cannot force them. What the hell is this thing?
We cannot say for sure. This creature is from across the void. There are so many that they defy categorization.
It's a ligamental.
A what?
It's made up of ligaments and sinew. It fits.
Very well. This creature is a ligamental.
Stomp its head.
Such agony. What manner of pain is this?
Yeah, kill it.
We have it at our mercy. Tell us, creature, why do you deserve to live?
That stench. It can't be. You, a demon spawn? On this plane?
What, me?
I can sense the corruption within you. Why do you come here to torment me?
There is no demon. I got rid of it.
You are a fool. The corruption lingers.
Creature, you are at our mercy. Return home through the void at once.
You know I cannot. I used all my energy to get here. I will not survive the return journey without food. I must feed on human flesh. In this world, nothing else will sustain me.
Well, there's a bunch in the next room. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. What about the dead bodies inside? Like, that doesn't feel good, but if it gets rid of this monster so it doesn't go ripping off anybody else's face, what about the dead bodies?
What? That's... ugh.
Does the demon spawn speak true? There is meat inside this building?
Yes. Yes, there is. Slaughtered only hours ago.
Fresh meat. That is perfect. Let me consume my fill, and I will leave you in peace.
I do not think I can do that. It would draw too much attention. The police are bound to notice.
Not to mention the victims inside are innocent. They have families, loved ones. They'll want closure.
I am innocent too, mageling. You summoned me. I merely answered. Would you kill me just for that?
It speaks true, Eli. What is your decision?
Wait, you're putting this on me?
Yes.
I'm not the one that has to cut that thing's throat. I can't decide that for you.
It was your magic that brought it here. The choice is yours.
You're the one with the sword.
You are the one who summoned it.
You've got seniority.
Then I delegate this choice to you.
All right.
Oh, now you suddenly trust my judgment.
I always do.
You wouldn't let me make toast this morning.
I would love to talk this through.
I grew hungry while you bicker.
Okay, kill him.
He's right. End it.
Of course. Die, creature. You shall claim no flesh this night. Ectoplasmic frame. Like all void creatures, it will dissolve away in the gutter. I suppose it is for the best.
It was the right thing to do.
I know. You did good work tonight.
We all did.
Agreed. You showed immense fortitude, especially for one in your situation.
Yeah, so since they're not chatting right now, if we let him in to eat all the dead bodies, like, it's meaningful to me what, I guess this guy is Eli, what he had to say. Those people, they're not just rando NPCs, and we'll probably never know their names, but within this world, they had friends, they had family, they had co-workers, they had children, grandchildren. There was some elderly person in there who got crushed by a table. We're gonna just let this monster eat them, and then that's assuming that he only eats the bodies. What if the cops do show up? They come in and they find that guy there. Suddenly there's more people getting their faces ripped off. This guy, for whatever reason, I don't know how he came to be here. My character's learning about the ligamentals for the very first time, and his opinion so far is fuck him. Jody K saying that's super easy to get. Her cat is super easy to give meds. I poke the meds daily, since I can't use pill pockets and stuff since he's got food allergies, but the cardiologist said most cats foam and drool over this med, so he'll take his meds in marshmallows that I can just give them all in them. Love the random arguments and point and clicks while you make decisions. I like the additional dialogue. It makes it tough to like talk through some stuff. I obviously cannot go home. Situation?
You want to tell him, or should I?
1 year has passed since your possession. You are wanted by the police for many violent crimes.
You certainly can't go back to that bar of yours.
Indeed. Although I could certainly use a drink after tonight. The demon that infested you, that creature we just defeated, mere taste of what is out there.
And they just keep coming. We need manpower. Look, you saw us in action tonight. It's obvious we need all the help we could get.
Just as it is obvious your old life is gone. But we can help. we can give you a new identity, a new life, a new purpose.
Normally there's a vetting process, but you more than proved yourself tonight.
So, what say you? Will you join us?
Let me think over some of the other job offers. I'll get back to you. Count me in.
Thank God. Some new blood at last. Sorry. That sounded much less creepy in my head.
We are all tired. We can find suitable sleeping arrangements back at our headquarters.
Sleeping sounds great. By the way, my name's Eli. This is Mandana.
Welcome to the Unavowed, my friend. Trust me, your life will never be the same.
I like that our trio here is guy with magic, woman with sword, guy who can solve adventure game puzzles. Oh, we're straight into it, huh? Okay. Hold on. Let me throw down another save. Because I don't know how that works yet. Well, okay. Sure. We'll just save over starting alley. Alright, let's take a look around. A tiny twin bed, small, but you slept like a rock. This silver crucifix might be useful if vampires are real. A scratched up violin and bow. A framed photograph hangs on the wall near the bed. Can I look at it? Oh, wow. Okay, an old photo of yourself, Sammy, Logan, and Jonah. How did this get here? Yes, how did this get here? This may not be like the happiest memory for my character right now, given that at least 2 of the people in this photograph are dead by my hand. But I guess thanks for the sentiment. A faded old poster of a heavy metal band, Axis of Weevil. I don't want to leave yet. I'm going to look at stuff. This rusted sword looks like it might break if you cough loudly. There's certainly some eclectic reading matter in this bookshelf. A whole pot of espresso just for you. Somehow it's always hot. La Fontaine Cognac. Someone has good taste. Outside you can see the hustle of downtown nightlife in the street below. Yes. Yes. Okay. Can I have the coffee? Can I have the cognac? No. A little brass elephant with a memento of Siam written on the underside. An empty old stained sea chest. There doesn't seem to be anything else to interact with, which is fine. It gets us into the next room a bit faster. There's no way that I can have found so far to like highlight interactables, which is also fine. Okay, let's go. Sharp little knives dot the surface of this target. This training dummy is covered with deep scratches. Scratches! Big hack marks. Vicious-looking weapons decorate the wall. This bottle looks incredibly ancient and is engraved with undecipherable characters. Helmet has been buffed to a gleaming shine. And... vicious-looking... yeah. These old stone steps are black with... is that soot? And then this open doorway leads to a study. Okay. Not to interrupt your stabbing.
You are awake. Did you sleep well?
Oh, did she come out of the bottle? Okay. I just thought that she, like, poured in from the ceiling or something. Yeah, that does seem like our top story of the evening.
This astonishes you. After all you experienced. I suppose I should have seen this coming. Introduction to the supernatural world can often have unpredictable effects on the mundane mind. It may take some time for you to process it all.
Or you could tell me how you came out of a bottle. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, I know, it must be really hard to process. No, I'm asking... Okay, actually, so, I'm sorry. It's actually a dialogue option. You came out of a bottle, and I'm not freaking out. I'm processing it, okay?
I believe you might be right, especially if last night is any indication. I think you are going to make this transition just fine, and this is good. Because there is so little time to waste. My father Kalash is waiting to speak to you in the room beyond the red drapes. When you are ready, seek him out. In the meantime, relax and explore the facility. I will be here if you have any questions.
Yeah, some questions about the bottle.
Yes?
Here we go. Actually, there's a photo of me in my room. Who put it there?
I do not know. I am not being facetious. I honestly do not know. This building has housed many agents over the centuries, and they too have been given gifts. Photographs and portraits of loved ones, precious possessions long since lost. We do not question it. We merely accept it and be thankful for it.
Okay, that's fine. When she was first like, I don't know, I thought, doesn't that seem like a security breach since my character is currently wanted by the police? But no, that's just a thing that happens here. So, so be it. Let's start at the top then. Can we talk about the Unavowed?
Certainly. What is your question?
What does it do exactly?
We are peacekeepers. We protect the mundane world from the threats of the supernatural. We help who we can, destroy ones we must, and recruit those who are willing. With you, I suppose we did all three.
How long has the Unavowed been around?
As a whole, for thousands of years. But the New York branch is only 400 years old. As long as there is need of us, we will be here. I will do my best to answer.
Shit. I clicked by accident. Hold on.
Certainly.
So, this feels remedial, but how come I've never heard of you before?
We do not exactly advertise our presence. We prefer it that way. But the truth is, the last century has seen a diminishing need for our services. Things have certainly changed.
What time period do you think this is? Is this like modern day? I really can't tell from his outfit. Eli's outfit looks like very 1950s, 1960s to me, but that could be a stylistic choice that he makes.
Yes. Supernatural threats have been escalating. It happened so suddenly we were caught unprepared. We had become complacent. We have not been recruiting. You are the first new recruit in decades. The first of many, we hope.
Okay, I'd like to ask about something else.
I will do my best to answer.
How about some questions about you? Oh my goodness. Marquack, thank you so much for the cheer. And I'm going to look at the screen. There we go. Look at that. We got an animation. Finally got it up and working. Marquack, thank you very, very much for the cheer. Marquack, it's going to be very difficult to engage in this conversation during a game that has this much dialogue and puzzle solving, but I enjoyed your guys' board game night in Tabletop Simulator the other night over at twitch.tv/JV McMaster so much. That was a lot of fun, and all I can think about since then is, man, I want to see them play Twilight Imperium. I want to see them play Dead of Winter. I want to see them play like Last Night on Earth, Risk Legacy. Like, there's so many awesome board games that would be fun to see you guys play. So when we have a little bit more time, I'd love to like break down why I'd like to see some of those, but we'll continue with the dialogue. Thank you very much for the cheer, and if anybody missed McMaster's tabletop board game, I want to see more of that. We'll leave it at that, but boy, do I want to see more of it. Mark Mike is saying, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a bunch of fun playing. Yeah, that was super cool. Also, McMaster does like that Tabletop Simulator does also support VR. Like, it'd be fun to see him like interact with that in VR as well. So let's ask some questions about Mundana.
Me? What do you want to know?
Wow, no one ever asked about me and my smoke puffing saber stabbing. Let's start with how long have you been with the Unavowed?
When was this city founded? 1624. Yes, I was just a child, but it was around that time.
You're 400 years old?
418. No, 19. My birthday was last month. It is difficult to keep track, but Father always remembers.
I guess there's no more, gentle way to ask if she's a genie. I probably wouldn't make that assumption. I'd probably say like, so the bottle, but seriously, what's with the bottle?
The term is Jinn. And yes, on my father's side. And no, I do not grant wishes.
And that's we have no follow-up questions about that. And that's why you don't start with, are you a genie? Because then it turns out that you're not using the right phrase. More information about the smoke bottle, please. Let's ask about something else.
I will do my best to answer.
Can you tell me about Eli?
Eli is my partner and a dear, dear friend. We have saved each other's lives more often than we can count. You and he have much in common. He was once mundane, like yourself. I would recommend asking him about his transition. It might help with your own.
Mia, thank you very much for doing the shout-outs. So, about last night.
Last night, yes. You gave us quite the chase. We know nothing about the demon that was inside you, but it was a wily thing.
She seems very unhurt. I guess I'm just glad that it's gone.
As we all are, believe me. It was taunting us, dancing just out of our reach, slaughtering whomever it could. But we got it in the end. Regardless of what happens next, we stopped it. We can all take comfort in that.
I'm just curious, if we select this again, does it just repeat? Do I get to make a different dialogue choice?
Last night, we know nothing about it was, but we got it. We can all take...
Okay, so it does not allow a different choice, it just repeats. So I guess I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Now, she said that I could go in and talk to her father, but she also said that I could explore the facility. This is the only other door, so we're gonna go downstairs.
Hey! Don't surprise a fire mage like that. Bad idea. Anyway, hi. You settling in okay?
You're throwing fire, sir.
You noticed. Yeah, I like to do this in my spare time. Keeps me sharp. But seriously, it took me a while to get used to this stuff. It's not gonna happen for you overnight. But you'll get there. Faster than you think. Anyway, I'm sure you want to walk around. I'll be here if you have any questions.
I do have a few questions.
I don't see why not.
Let's start at the top. Can we talk about the Unavowed? I feel like he's just going to give us the same information that Mandana did. I am going to ask him about this, but let's ask about the Unavowed.
I know a little bit about that. What do you want to know?
What do we do?
Well, we're sort of supernatural police. Sometimes there's a threat that only we can handle, and we go and handle it. Well, I say sometimes, but lately it's been a lot more than that.
Well, remember that movie R.I.P.D. that was like, what was the premise of that? That, like, cops in the afterlife were coming to, like, arrest, people who escaped or ghosts or whatever. Like, that's such an interesting concept, and I never saw it. I just read from the reviews that it wasn't all that good. How long have the Unavowed been around?
Gosh, a really long time. Sorry. If you're looking for a history lesson, Mandana or Kalash are the ones to ask. As far as I'm concerned, we do good work. That's all that matters.
How come I've never heard of you?
I wondered the same thing when I first joined. I mean, we're careful. We use veils. I don't throw fire around Times Square or anything. But the real secret, nobody notices us. It's kind of uncanny. Mundanes go through crazy mental tricks to pretend we're not there. So maybe the mundane world isn't ready for us yet, but they will be. They won't have a choice the way things are going.
More threats? How much is... What he just said about, like, mundanes, like, just choosing not to process the supernatural things that they see. When I was much, much younger, I read, like young enough to be, like, reading young adult books more commonly than I do now. I read a young adult book about, and this is not Harry Potter, it was much earlier than that, about some kid who was like learning magic, and he was practicing his teleportation spells so much that he was like reciting them unconsciously and accidentally teleported an item from behind the counter to store into his own hands, at which point the person behind the counter, the clerk, accused him of stealing, and somebody else standing right next to him said, "No, you just handed that to him. Why are you accusing him of stealing? He didn't even move." Like, both of them came to separate but completely unremarkable explanations for why he suddenly had it in his hands, even though he had teleported it to him right in front of them. And I always think that's sort of interesting when the explanation is not a neuralizer from Men in Black, but just the fact that people will rewrite their own perceptions to avoid perceiving anything uncommon. More threats, how much is a lot more?
Let me put it this way. There are 732% more threats than there used to be, give or take 0.5. A year ago, we'd usually be called out once a month, if at all. Now it's almost every day. And me and Mondana, we're the only ones dealing with it. Until now, anyway.
And hello to Grumpy. Grumpy and Moo, I hope you're both having a great Saturday so far.
Sure.
You're coming in near the beginning of Unavowed. We have murdered a large number of people since the intro, and now we got a new job, catching people who murder large numbers of people. I'm curious about yourself.
I guess if we're gonna work together, we should know each other. Ask away.
How long have you been with the Unavowed?
Since the Nixon administration. I'm, older than I look.
Okay, so we have to be semi-modern day then, because if we were like in 1982, he wouldn't be saying I'm older than I look. How old are you?
If you must know, I'm 92. It's the magic. Keeps me young. No surgery required.
92, really?
Yeah, it is what it is, okay? I'm a mage. We live long lives. And a story.
Oh, Grumpy is better now that they've dealt with checking in and security. Okay, so you guys are like maybe at the airport. I hope the travel goes super well. Mia, again, thank you for doing the shout outs, and maybe we can help keep you company while you're waiting for whatever the next checkpoint is. Why do you live down in the basement?
Why do you think? Fire mage here. I could easily burn this place to the ground if I'm not careful. I needed a place to practice, and a room insulated with stone was the obvious choice. Besides, I don't feel the cold, so it's quite cozy down here.
I guess. Aren't those wooden rafters up at the ceiling, though? You're a wizard.
Ooh, never use the word wizard. It's a social faux pas or something. I'm a mage, with a capital M. The capital is also important. At least that's what the books tell me. I never actually met another mage to find out.
Does the fire hurt?
Nope, kinda tingles, but that's it. It's kinda like playing with light, at least when it touches my flesh. Clothes, though, I can burn them clear off and I won't even notice. Took about a decade and a dozen indecent exposure arrests before I managed to make my clothes fireproof.
Mandana said you used to be mundane like me.
Someone's been telling tales out of school, huh? I used to have a pretty normal life. Then one day I set my office on fire. With my mind. Then stuff happened and Mandana found me. She brought me here. The rest is, well, history.
Oh boy, we are, yada-yadaing over the stuff happened.
Yep.
So, in the real world, you'd want to drop it. But in an adventure game, what kind of stuff happened?
I see why you made a good bartender. People just want to tell you their life stories, huh? I bared my soul enough for one day. Barely even know you. Let's talk about something else.
Well done, Eli. Are you really? I really like that. No, I'm not just going to open up everything. Okay, and now I guess we'll be a little baby about it. Enough about you. Enough with you. Let's talk about someone else.
Sure.
So let's ask about the photo on the wall.
Huh, you too, huh? Wasn't long after I joined up that my first photo appeared. Scared the hell out of me. It's something to do with this building. It wants you to remember who you are, who you were. Don't think about it too hard. I've been here 50 years and I still don't know how it works.
And about last night.
You had time to process it? I know I have. To be honest, I'm just glad the exorcism worked. Took 4 days of concentration to prepare that spell. I gave it everything I had.
4 days?
Well, yeah. When you deal with demons, you don't leave anything to chance. Not to mention lightning. If I hadn't prepared, it could have fried you. Not to mention me. I just wish I hadn't summoned that thing. I know it was an accident, but we made the right call. We couldn't let it eat those people, even if they were dead. So I'm satisfied with how everything turned out.
Yeah, listen, if I were dead and a monster could eat my dead body in order to not murder other innocent people, go with it, man. That's fine. Like, I'm sort of done with it. But I don't feel comfortable making that choice for other people, and I'm not sure how I would feel about, you know, ringing up all the people that my character murdered and said, hey, like, your grandmother got smashed to death with a table. Also, there might be some bite marks. I'll leave you to it.
Right. See you around.
Okay, so I really wanted to, like, talk with him. Fire extinguishers, a wise precaution. A scrawled list of obscure formulas. It's all Greek to you. An old black and white photo of a man at a desk. Well, see, can I look at this, or is he going to light me on fire? Just me working at my desk. Is that the photo that scared the hell out of him? Because what would scare me about that is, why do I have a photo of me working at a desk? Who took it and why? Some precisely calculated fireball trajectories. An old wedding photo hangs on the wall. Oh, he was married at one point. Probably a good 60, 70 years ago. A quaint suburban house. Eli Beckett, we'll assume. Never saw his son Sam again. Oh, that's Mandana. Okay. Just feeding the pigeons. So I'm going to guess that Kalash took that photo. And that's everything. Oh, there's not a single singe mark on Eli's fingers or hat. Okay, I want to try to get in to talk to Kalash before I get my head hacked off. Oh, hello to Blobbity Blah. Blobbity Blah, we are fairly early into Unavowed. Our character here has recently murdered about a city block or so, and we've joined the Unavowed, and we're about to meet this person who I assume is Kalash. A colorful painting of a mother and child. Oh... I love it when games do this, because now it's so immediately apparent that that is Mandana, just because, like, she has the hood on. Now there's that immediately raises the question, is she wearing the hood because she's got horns or like some other distinctive feature that she sort of covers up to appear more human? Because it is a little bit of a put on that she also has a hood here. But apparently her mother was a pirate. I mean, assuming that's her mother. A ship in a bottle hangs in a place of honor above the door. Yeah, lots of pirate themed. Maybe that's Anne Reed. An ornate lamp glowing gently, a blue-green crystal glowing with a mysterious inner light. Yeah, so Blobbity Blah. The Unavowed is apparently a branch office of like supernatural enforcement, and so far we've got a djinn, a different djinn, and a fire mage, and then my guy who's good at being possessed by a demon. This imposing door leads down to the street. A fine selection of aged spirits, mostly scotch. This bottle emits a faint hum. Smoke dances up the chimney from the warm embers of the fire. All right, let's talk to Kalash. An impossibly old, impossibly muscled, and impossibly blue man gazes into the fire.
Oh, you're the new one, aren't you?
Jody K is saying, or she just liked to wear tricorn hats and stand on ships. That is true. If not for the detail that Mandana is over 900 years old, it is also possible that they just took this photograph at Six Flags and had a really large print of it framed. I am So let's not say you're blue. I know that I asked her outright about being a djinn and the other guy about being a fire mage. He's blue. He knows he's blue. He knows we can see that he's blue, unless there was some question about our character's color blindness. I am here to join the Unavowed.
Nobody joins the Unavowed, boy. We serve it. We are the wall against the darkness. As for me, I am Kalash. I am a djinn of the ancient kingdom, and I run this branch of the Unavowed. And you? You were possessed. How'd you let that happen?
Oh, you know, just playing with my Ouija board. So, I don't see any reason to be confrontational. It does seem a little bit, it's an interesting choice for him to be like, oh, why'd you let that happen? But let's just be straightforward. This is a little bit of a job interview, isn't it? It was a book. I touched it and then...
Sloppy. Such a thing would have been unthinkable once. In my day, even a newborn babe had wits enough to leave books of demonic evil alone. Mundanes today don't know they're born. The world has gotten soft, needs toughening up. How tough are you, new boy?
Okay, I take it back. This guy's kind of a jerk. Blah 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 saying, I have dictated that you must play Stray at some point. So blah blah blah, I was taking a look at it. Turns out that we could upgrade our tier of PlayStation Plus to the tier that would get it for free. And the cost of that upgrade for the next 30 days would also be the cost, it would basically be the cost of the game plus any other benefits that would come with that tier. So we were looking at it. I'll just throw out there, everyone is playing Stray. Like blah blah blah. Don't get me wrong. I am also interested in playing Stray, but right now everyone is playing Stray. So I feel like I feel like there would just be like the people who are interested in either playing or watching Stray have so many options to do that I feel like there's going to be a healthy dose of Stray burnout. So I'd like to be able to provide something else, but Stray will definitely is definitely on the list. Like I would like to play it specifically before the end of this year because people are so high on it and saying that it's likely to be in those end of the year game best of the game lists. Mia is saying not before me, blah, blah, blah. And Carolyn is saying, oh, I haven't seen anybody playing Stray. Jody K is handing out watermelon to everybody. Oh, thank you very much, Jody K. And then Mia is saying, I hope the trip to Grumpy has started well. Must feel good to be out of the prep phase. Yeah, once you actually get going, I feel like the stress can turn to excitement on a big trip. I've broken up more fights than I can count. I stopped that. Yeah, how about that, buddy? I stopped that monster in the alley.
Yes. While its back was turned, a child would be victorious in those circumstances. No. You have yet to experience your true crucible, but it will come. Oh, yes, it will come. At any rate, we have much to discuss and much to do. Settle in, talk to the others, get the lay of the land. I will call our meeting when you are ready.
I kind of feel like I'm ready, though, because I did talk to them.
What is it? You ready to start the meeting?
Well, actually, let's talk to him. B, I want to see what happens if we click on the door. I don't think that we're allowed to just wander out on our own right now. Can we talk about the Unavowed?
I might know a thing or two about that.
What does the Unavowed do?
We're the wall against the darkness, the protectors of the mundane world. We might not be what we once were, but we are here, and that is all that matters.
And how long has it been around?
Nobody knows for sure, not even I. But this branch is exactly 393 years old. I know because I founded it.
So, I don't mind that he has the same set of questions for each of them because they're going to have different information, in their responses. So how come I've never heard of the Unavowed before?
That's gratitude for you. Used to be, you mundanes would beg us for help if a cat looked at you funny. But yes, I won't deny it. Supernatural threats became fewer and further between over the last century. there was little reason for mundanes to think of us at all. But things have changed.
So, well, he just talked about how things have changed. So changed?
Yes. Supernatural threats have risen exponentially. It's been difficult to contain. We need to fill our ranks. You are the first in a long line of many, I hope.
Well, if you talk down to everybody the way you talk down to me, you'll just have job applicants knocking down your door. So you founded this place?
Yes. This city was becoming a force to be reckoned with the supernatural forces to match. There was important work to be done. I volunteered, and here I am still.
And Silk, thank you very much for the resubscription. Silk is saying, I'm the shadowing viewer who just likes to lurk from the shadows and get some points in. Also, hello to Angel in chat. Silk, thank you very much for the resubscription. Jody K is saying, thinking of point and clicks, Angel, needs to help Jody K get more than a Mia to play Monkey Island now that she should have all of them. Well, the first floor. Jody K, I myself have never played a Monkey Island game. I have always heard good things about them. I do have one. We were actually like going through the Steam library and have one in Steam that neither of us have ever played. So I would love to take a look at that. Let's talk about something else.
Spit it out.
Jab is saying that his first round of crafting is done. He'll have to go back in later. I hope the crafting got you the material or the gear that you were looking for. Let's ask about some people we both know.
I do not indulge in idle gossip. If you want to know of someone, ask them.
Okay, about last night.
Not now. My opinion will be given during the meeting, rest assured.
All right, goodbye, sir.
As you were.
I just want to pick up his bottle right in front of him, like look quizzical at it, shake it to see if I can hear anything inside.
I don't believe I gave you permission to leave.
I don't know that I'm going to get along with this man.
What is it?
Yes, call the meeting.
Indeed. The time for waiting is past.
Father, you met our latest recruit?
Yes. I admit he doesn't look like much, but we'll see what this life makes of him.
We were all neophytes once, Kalash.
Most of us, Mage Beckett. Most of us.
Okay, so mage, maybe that's an honorific, but it sounds like a title, like officer so-and-so. He's mage. Let's just be quiet.
I have read the reports on your last mission. Mage Beckett, is it true you summoned a void creature?
Yes, by accident, I swear.
Irrelevant. Magic is unpredictable. I understand this. What I don't understand is why you killed the thing, a sentient being whose only crime was being summoned by you.
It was going to eat people. We had no choice.
That choice has consequences. Word will get back to its people. There will be a reckoning of some kind. I hope the two of you are prepared to deal with it when it comes.
You know, he's really good at passing judgment on how things should have been done for events that he wasn't present to witness. Like, you're welcome to come along, dude. What do you mean by the three of you?
Yes, force of habit.
Father, regardless of our choices, the void creature is gone. We have a more pressing concern.
Yes, you let the demon escape. Your mission was a failure.
Just gonna be quiet.
Well, if nobody's gonna speak up, I will. It was my fault. I was so close. I had it contained, but it was stronger than I expected.
I see. This is becoming distressingly commonplace.
Nevertheless, Eli speaks the truth. We underestimated the threat.
Then that will have to be sufficient. And now to the next item at hand. Your next mission.
Oh, Silk was asking, wait, who decides who gets the shoutouts? Everybody is the answer. Mia, thank you very much for continuing to do the shoutouts. Yeah, no, Silk, everybody. if you stream, we'd love to be able to give you a shout out so that people can check it out. You know, you never know if the person getting shouted out might go on to be your very favorite streamer. That's the way I think about it. So this guy just hates literally anything that we say, so I'm just gonna keep quiet.
You don't say much, do you? Well, that needs to change, starting right now.
Wow.
I have detected void activity in the East Village, somewhere close to Astor Place. You are to travel there, determine the cause of the disturbance, and neutralize it.
Apparently we get in trouble for keeping quiet. Neutralize seems self-explanatory, so void activity?
Activity from beyond the void. Do try and keep up.
Are you sure he's ready to go out into the field so soon?
These are dangerous times. Dark forces are coming. We don't have the time for traditional training. If he isn't able to handle it immediately, we might as well kill him now. Trial by fire, sink or swim, do or die. You want to prove yourself to the Unavowed, new boy? Now is your chance. Meeting adjourned.
Well, I guess that settles that.
Yeah, we just throw that bottle into the fire and we can be on our way. As far as who's in charge, hasn't it been established that Mandana is the superior? Didn't Eli say that she has what's it called? Seniority, right? So we should get going.
Yes, as soon as possible.
And I really hoped I could take the day off. Anyway, we're ready when you are.
Blah 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 was voting to keep quiet. Well, see, that's what I would want to do. Just, you know, mouth shut, eyes and ears open. That seems like the sensible thing. But then we got chastised for being quiet. And then when we asked a question, we got chastised for not keeping up. Eli is trying to hold back a grin. He's clearly amused by something.
I have not been to the village in a long time. I am eager to see it again.
All right, let's hit it.
Looks like the K train is down. Again.
Eli, the K train was discontinued in 1988.
Was it? I could swear I took it to the Museum of Natural History not too long ago.
I really like the art style and delivery in this. Okay, so timeout for...
Still raining.
At least nothing's here waiting to kill us.
Well, the night is young.
I'm gonna try to save it here. Jab is asking, is it just me, or does the audio skip by every 2 to 4 seconds, like a frame at a time, and then very immediately said, now it's stable? Great. Has anybody else had that problem? This is episode 1. It's a brand new game. I'd like to make sure that it's like streaming properly. But yeah, if you guys are having any technical issues, do let us know. Mandana is relaxed but moving with purpose. Her eyes are alert for any signs of trouble. Eli is casually taking in his surroundings, pausing occasionally to glare at the graffiti. Looks like the building site was abandoned not too long ago. Oh, we've got inventory items of people. Use Mandana. Can I use Eli on the cube?
Not sure what you want me to do there.
Okay, so I guess you can direct your party members. Eastward into Alphabet City? Yeah, further eastward. Eastward. All right.
You seem troubled. Is something the matter?
There's a cop there. I'm a wanted criminal.
So there is. But you have nothing to fear from him. Not with the veil in place.
What are you talking about?
Listen, and we will tell you.
It just disguises your identity. Anyone looking at you sees slightly different features.
You're not the first new recruit to arrive with complications in the mundane world. The veil prevents awkwardness all around.
Maxine hasn't noticed any audio issues. Marquack hasn't noticed any. More Than Amia was saying we thought the audio slips were on our end here. Maybe not. And Drienne, well, first of all, thank you very much for the resubscription. That comes courtesy of Moo, but thank you very, very much for being here. Drienne, are you getting any audio skips? Because I don't know what would be causing that. And Jody K's had a few skips here. Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't we see if we can... Let me ask you guys a quick question. Is it the mic audio, or is it only the game audio? Is it both, or one way or the other? Because there's one slight change that I can try to make. Maybe that will have a slight adjustment. Takara, Luna, and Drienne haven't noticed any. We'll try to make one quick change after this dialogue. So nobody I know will recognize me? Look, we've been on the lam for a year, murdering people. I'm not sure that I'd want to be recognized by anyone. What would you say? It wasn't me, I was possessed by a demon? I suppose it makes sense, better safe than sorry.
Just think of it as a perk of membership.
In a sense, the veil only works on mundanes. Supernatural beings and the void touch can see through it easily. But that law enforcement officer, he will pose no threat.
There's something else you forgot to tell me seems unnecessarily confrontational. Normal folks won't recognize me, but supernatural folks can. Got it. Now that actually seems important, because that means that if somebody who appears to be a normal person can just like, oh, you're that guy who's murdering everybody, that would be an indication that they, like Eli, are like actually supernatural.
Good. Let's keep going.
So let me just do this. We're going to throw down a quick save. And let me try to make one very quick change. This game loads super quickly. We'll just throw up a break screen very, very swiftly. Oh, actually, maybe we won't, because I'm just going to go right back. No, this will actually take 1 second. Give me just a few seconds. When we stream a game, oftentimes what I'll do is manually set the maximum frame rate to exactly 60. I feel like that usually helps to maintain a smoother experience on stream, because it is perfectly matched to what the outgoing stream is. So yeah, let me just reset that, and we'll just go back to that. We're going to remove any sort of like frame rate limit, and we will see if that makes any difference. Hit apply. And now let's go back into the game. We will see if that makes any difference. So break screen off. That'll be black for just a moment as we jump back in. And we should be right back in. Let's see if that makes any difference to how the audio plays. If anybody after this is still getting audio skips, maybe do a quick refresh and we'll see if that makes it better. But Drienne, it's great to see you, and I hope you have some time off this weekend. Let's jump back in, and we're about to learn. Okay, so there is an autosave, which is nice. Okay, here we are. You've poured many drinks for cops over the years. This one looks like he doesn't touch a drop.
Evening, sir.
Rough night to be out.
Yeah, you could say that. Wouldn't be here if I had the choice, believe me.
All right, so what happened here?
Who wants to know?
Just making conversation. You look like you could use some.
Yeah, no kidding. This job can really take it out of you sometimes. I'll tell you one thing. You see a lot of bad people in this line of work, but it takes a special kind of nasty to torch a homeless shelter.
This was a homeless shelter?
Yeah, a neighborhood full of corporate chains, and they attacked this place.
Was anyone hurt?
A few people killed. A lot of people with second or third degree burns.
That is horrible.
I won't argue with that. I was here when the rescue team arrived. They were carted off to Beth Israel Hospital. The people here, they don't exactly have medical insurance.
Can you imagine being in a conversation with a police officer out in front of a torched homeless shelter, and to have him just matter-of-factly say to you, yeah, if it was one of the corporate chains, that I could understand, but the homeless shelter, that's weird. Like, there's so many other targets, is what he says. Jody K has refreshed. Drienne is also saying that Sunday is one of their days off. So I don't know if you're on break or between shifts or something else, but Drienne, hopefully we can keep you a little bit of company. It's great to have you here, and I hope that today's been going well. Are you sure it was arson?
That's how we're treating it. Until we know otherwise, we're treating it like a crime scene. Which means, stay back. I don't blame you. See ya.
Oh, wow. Police officers assuming that the victimization of a poor and underserved population is a crime until evidence comes out saying that it was in fact accidental or just like a lightning strike act of God or something like that. Weird. That sounds like the sort of world that I would want to live in, where crimes are taken that seriously. But on we go. This building has been reduced to cinders quite recently from the looks of it. And then we can go further east, but, like, is this not where we're headed? The burned down homeless shelter? I guess we'll go further east.
Hey, are you alright? You look a little...
Where are you taking me?
So this, I'm willing to bet, is Demon Me. I need your help. You need mine. Perhaps we can help each other.
I'll do whatever you want. Just help me. Please.
Go through this door.
Did you see that?
I did.
Neuromorphic projection. I've read the theories, but never thought. I think he's coming out of it.
Are you all right?
What just happened?
You blacked out, just for a minute, but...
You had a vision. We saw it as well.
A vision from your past. Well, your demon's past, technically. This area must have kick-started your brain into remembering. There was some psychic spillover. We could see it too.
Drienne is asking, saying, I know nothing about this game. What's your first impression so far? I really like the art style. I like the effect work, like the rain coming down or when the subway was going through. Like, I love the visual presentation of it, and I really like the music. The voice acting seems very good so far. Some of the lines sound like they were recorded in different environments. Sometimes you'll have adjacent lines where, like, Eli sounds like he's standing this far away from the microphone, and then he'll immediately have a line that sounds a little bit like he's in a closet or something. So they might have just been recorded at separate times. Maybe I am imagining that. I'm not sure. There could have been a patch, or like they added some more dialogue, and it's not distracting, but that's in there. It's a smaller, more independent game, and I'm willing to give it a very wide latitude for that. Tonally, I don't know. It seems really cool so far. My boss is a little bit demanding and kind of a jerk, but I feel really bad about the people that my guy shot at the very beginning. There was just enough of getting to know them. And I remember, like you guys heard, I felt a lot of pressure to get that dude out of the bathroom alive. And then my character was the cause of his death, so that sucked real hard. And otherwise, our boss is a djinn. Mundana here is a djinn. And, well, I guess half djinn, half pirate. So whatever that would be, make a portmanteau out of that. And then Eli is here. Oh, he's a fire mage. So it seems pretty cool. Blood Blessing, yes, psychic spillover. I hate it when that happens. Yo, you would not want to see my memories come to life in front of you. No one would benefit from that. So yeah, this seems alarming. Spillover?
Yeah, psychic runoff. Try not to think about it too hard.
This building the demon entered. It used to house the Village Eye.
The newspaper? Didn't it go out of business a few years ago?
Indeed it did. What was your demon self doing here?
Drienne actually has it in one. Yeah, urban fantasy mystery. Yeah, so the backstory, Drienne, if you're for anybody else that's also coming back in, is my character was possessed by a demon a year ago and went on like a rampant murder spree and has now been exorcised with the help of these two guys. And we are, I guess, accidentally on the trail of somebody that he led into this building. We didn't really get a lot of explanation into what we're coming out to find. So, starting up a newsletter for demons?
I strongly doubt that.
Yeah, everything's digital these days. Right, enough jabbering. Let's go.
Like, the cars driving past sound really good to me. All right, let's go inside. Darn it.
Well, that just figures, doesn't it?
Access your companion's abilities in the inventory bar. Well, let me look around, though, first. Also, look at this description. St. Mark Street goes back west past a burnt-down building. I like that description. Like, oh, yeah, right, that cop that we saw before. Another fancy clothing shop. They seem to be popping up all over this area. Her eyes are closed and she's softly humming to herself. Hi.
She's lost in her own world. Maybe we should just leave her alone.
Rough night to be out?
Rough or not, she doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, maybe we should just... I guess I'll ask her about the humming, maybe?
Whatever it is, it's catchy.
Eli, I'm super not talking to you. Let's talk to... She glances at you from underneath her filthy hoodie. And yeah, Patikin's also here. Don't want too many spoilers from this. Okay, well, Patikin, thank you very much for hanging out, and I hope that Fall Guys is going well. Let's say hello to her.
She's not the talkative type, it seems.
Rough night to be out?
Do not feel obliged to answer. It was a ridiculous question.
More of a conversation started, though, Mandana. I guess we will... She does not want to talk. A middle-aged man mumbling to himself and glaring at anyone who approaches. I cannot talk with him. All right, let's go back to the doorway. Drienne is confirming that it does seem like Patikin's type of game. Yeah, Patikin recently played through the entire Siberia franchise, so, like, that's a good touchstone for, like, the kind of game that this is. So, I'm gonna say, so here's the thing about Mandana, she can turn to smoke, so maybe she can go through the door and let us in on the other side. Or stab the door for a while.
It is done. Be aware that if law enforcement questions me, I am compelled to tell the truth.
Might have mentioned that before the breaking and now entering.
It smells very human in here.
Looks like people were squatting here. Half a dozen at least. Wasn't there a homeless shelter around the corner? Why live here?
It could be pride. Or perhaps they gathered here for a specific purpose.
I'm guessing it wasn't a slumber party.
That is doubtful.
So there's graffiti, missing computers. Okay, they stopped talking. There's no computers attached to these monitors. Those are long gone. And aside from that, just... there's a lot of sleeping bags, and they don't look like they were dumped here randomly, like a lot of people were sleeping in this room. The papers are covered with illegible scrawls. There's a way downstairs, but I want to check out Jordan's room.
Huh. Only one bed in here.
The graffiti...
Yes. This room was designated to separate one individual from the rest. Someone of importance, most likely. Or someone undesirable.
So this room either belonged to a cult leader or a prisoner.
Most likely.
So it looks like we can maybe move this cabinet, or at least search it. Can I turn on the light? No. Let's check the computer.
I might not know a lot about those things, but don't they need electricity to work? I don't think the power's on in this place.
Well, let's take the laptop then. The desk cabinet door is worn and stained. It looks like we can interact with it. Okay, so this, maybe it's just like the hoodie, but this looks like somebody who was sitting in that gazebo that we just visited. Click to examine. Okay, so we can show the photograph to people.
What have you got there? An old fuse? Seems to still be intact.
Oh, interesting. Patikin played a demo of a new game that these developers, so this was made by Wadjet Eye Games, I think, as opposed to like Wadjet Eye Studios or whatever. So this is Wadjet Eye Games, and I don't think I've ever played anything else by them. Let's examine this water-stained mattress with water in quotations. Nothing. All right, the old beat-up cabinet. PW equals heart. I assume that PW is short for Patikin wins. Patikin wins Fall Guys, and he gets hearts. Okay, the graffiti is making our eyes water. So I found a fuse. If I were to guess, yeah, we're going to go put that into the basement, like the fuse box down in the basement, and then we'll have electricity to turn on the laptop.
Do not be alarmed. That was just a lost spirit. What you would call a ghost. They are harmless.
I do like the idea of our character being like, so, ghosts exist, let's move on. But it's not that I'm afraid of it, because she's not afraid of it, but like, maybe we could get some more information, harmless?
Yeah, they can't exactly do anything, can they?
They have no physical form. We cannot interact with them, nor they with us. It is best to leave them be.
Should we try to help it?
40 years ago, I would have joined you. But Mandana's right. There's nothing we can do for them.
Death is part of the mundane world. We do not get involved. Let us move forward.
How do we feel about the fact that the ghost looked at least vaguely like the graffiti that's on the wall? Because most mundanes don't perceive ghosts. Especially if they are doing a ghost hunting show. Apparently, Moo has...
Ow! God damn it.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. I tripped over... I have no idea. Can't see a damn thing.
Moo is headed off with the credit card. But you guys are like at an airport or something, right? She can go to the duty-free shop. So I'm going to assume... Yeah. Can you light up? You've got like firepower. Thank you.
That's weird. Come on.
Is there a problem?
The darkness, it's fighting the light.
It always does.
I'm being literal. Whatever's down here, it's interfering with my magic.
Okay, let's see if we can put the fuse into this box.
Color me gobsmacked.
It's a forest.
A forest in a basement.
Well, that explains why my fire's so weak down here. Probably a natural defense mechanism for whatever this is.
Okay, let's not forget to go check the laptop. This tree stump grows out of solid concrete. Its surface is covered in... Is that blood? So, Drienne, you have not played this, I expect. Do you play very many adventure games? I mean, besides the Telltale games. See, so in my head, when I asked that question and then suddenly thought, like, isn't that incredibly silly because Drienne plays a lot of, like Telltale games and stuff. The separation for me is that I think of Telltale and like Don't Nod and Supermassive games as being narrative games, not this sort of, like, they don't have a lot of puzzles to solve. Once you insert puzzles, then I start thinking of them as being adventure games. This blanket is covered with moss and lichen. It would be very surprising to me if Drienne didn't like games like this, because they have such an emphasis on the story. And by the way, Drienne, this one has some choices that you make. Like, at the very beginning of the game, we selected that our guy was going to be... There's apparently nothing that I can do here. Maybe I could ask, like, Mundana or Eli about it? No, they don't care at all. Hold on.
I fail to see how I can be of use there.
Oh, I can lift up the blanket.
Well, this just got a lot more complicated.
Whoever this was, their face has been eaten away by some kind of moss. Oh, that sets my skin crawling. I have talked in the past, so there's a thing in the real world called, like, maggot therapy, and I don't know if this has been discredited, but at least the concept of it is maggots could be used to safely clean away necrotic tissue while leaving healthy tissue untouched, and it could help prevent the spread of disease or the additional loss of additional tissue. And the way that I've always thought about it is like, yeah, that sounds super gross, but if the application of maggots could help me, like, save my arm or my leg, save my nervous structure, something like that, I would get over it. I'm just saying that if you replace that exact same concept with moss, that is so much grosser to me, and please don't ask me why. It just super is. So let's look at this person.
Male. Early to mid-60s, I believe. The cause of death is difficult to determine.
He's got vines growing out of him.
I'm gonna say that, like, these two have been doing this for a while, so the idea that, like, my guy would be the one to be like, should we cover our mouths? If that was an issue, I have to assume that they would have already brought that up. He's covered in moss.
Yes, this room has quite an abundance of forest life. Your vision. You were familiar with this building. Whatever happened here, you were involved, or at least your demon self was.
You don't remember anything. No other visions spring to mind.
I don't remember anything. Yeah, I like the more straightforward answers. We're just getting to know them, and I don't like the idea of establishing our character as somebody who's asked a simple question, like, jerks people, and I think I would have remembered this. No, I do not remember anything.
Well, it was worth a shot.
No doubt your demon covered its tracks well before leaving your mind.
So, who is he?
He has no distinguishing marks. He carries no identification. Whoever this is, it remains a mystery.
Can you hear us? Oh, we're addressing the ghosts over here.
It is a lost spirit. It cannot communicate.
Are you sure about that?
It does appear agitated. Let us leave it be.
Well, have you considered, like, some sort of sign language? It's fuzzy and indistinct. It stares blankly ahead, barely noticing you are even here. Can you hear me?
Lost spirits cannot communicate with the living.
Drienne was saying that's really interesting. I would consider the maggots more gross than the moss myself. Blah is saying, I'm not grossed out by maggots, but the thought of something growing on me, in me. Yeah, I think that's part of it. It's just, like... I don't know how to define it. And I really want to note for anybody listening, because one of the things that I'd like to generally avoid is spreading around like bunk science or falsehood. Like, maggot therapy is something that I've heard of, and I don't know if it's like a peer-reviewed thing that like actually works. So like if you get some sort of like necrosis, maybe don't like just smear it with honey and go walking in the woods or something. I'm not saying that that's a good idea. It's just something that I've heard of and thought to myself, I would prefer not to hang around with maggots. But I'm willing to do a lot to save myself from like losing body parts. The moss stuff, I don't know. It's like, I don't know why it's different. I really can't put it into words. Blah 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 is saying it's still used, but like blah blah blah, is it used by like medical practitioners, or is it being used by the same people who shop at Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop shop, for example? Like, who's using it? That'd be my question. I would like to continue trying. I know that Mundana is saying like you can't talk to the ghost, but I mean I can talk to it. Let's see if we get any response.
I've tried talking to ghosts before. They never respond.
Well, but maybe this is my thing. Like, you get to be a fire mage and I get to be a medium. Can I ask you a few questions?
The living cannot communicate with the dead. It is the way of things. I am sorry.
Okay, I guess not. The fact that this ghost is here is clearly a thing, but I think we're going to go back upstairs and interact with the laptop now.
Do these drawings on the wall mean anything to you, Mundana?
I cannot decipher their meaning, but I do get a sense of reverence.
Reverence? Like worship?
It is only a feeling.
I guess the drawing has legs and the ghost doesn't appear to have legs. Also, though, maybe the ghost was better defined earlier and it's losing cohesion over time.
This wall drawing means nothing to me. Eli?
Me neither. Although it's different from the art in the other room.
How so?
Outside it was more vibrant, colorful, more creative. It had passion. The art in here is just patterns.
Patterns?
You can see them if you know how to look for them.
Interesting. I do not know what that means yet, but interesting.
So I like listening to them. Okay, so Circle brand computer. Let's look at journal.txt. So the password equals heart. So what would you put in for heart? Like one of these? Okay, well, that seemed correct to me. Heart. Okay, let's look around, because maybe it's a clue to something else in the environment. So PW equals heart. That's what I was looking at. We tried the divot in the 3. We tried the word heart. I guess we tried love. Love. Cardiac. No. Okay. Here's why I want to look around. I want to see if there's something in the environment that has a heart on it or around it. And maybe that will give us some more information. Wait. Hold on. I just had an idea. What if we just use the scrap of paper on the laptop? Oh, you can't do that then. Or what if these two were in love and the password is like whatever's on her sweatshirt there? Now, Mundana said that the body downstairs was male, and the person on the left looks to me like a young woman. So it's very unlikely that that person is wearing that hoodie, but maybe we could go downstairs and take a look again. No. Oh, like I said, actually, you know what I just thought about? The woman in the hoodie, I think she's hanging out by the gazebo outside. So that's the other thing. I'm just looking out here. I don't see anything that looks heart-like. Right. Let me go outside to the gazebo, because I think, here's what I'm betting. We're going to show the photograph to the woman that's sitting next to the, like, in the park, and then she'll brighten up and talk to us. But sorry, I don't know if I've read this aloud, but blah 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 is saying, yes, if you have burns or a diabetic leg, I guess maggots just perfectly remove necrotic tissue. Just think about it like a spa where little fishies eat away the dry skin from your feet. Okay, is that a thing? Because that's... I guess I feel bad for the fish, but if they're cool with it, sure. Otherwise, that sounds... that sounds super gross. But, like, again... I'm not out there looking for opportunities to have maggots, like, crawling around on my body, but I would very much prefer that over, like, losing an entire limb, if possible. That's my thought on it. Yeah, you turn it to moss. That's, again, like, this is not, like, a super pronounced phobia. Like, I'm not scared of walking around in the woods, for example, but sunflowers... I don't want to put my face up to sunflowers. They just look like they're just ready to grab you, don't they? Yeah, this lady right here. So let me show her the photograph. Or maybe just talk to her. Now that Eli's in the way. There we go. This picture, it's of you, isn't it?
Where did you get that?
We'd like to help you if we can.
Help me. Look, Guy, I've had enough help to last me a lifetime. I might not look it, but I'm fine. Tell everyone that Wendy is fine. You don't need to come out here and... Wait, it's you, isn't it? You've come back.
Who do you think I am?
Don't patronize me. I know who you are. You're the master.
Okay, so here's the thing. She knows who my guy is, or knew who he was when he was a demon, right? So I think the more that we tell her that you've got me confused, that's not going to get us anywhere, and it's just going to make her angrier. So... yes, I'm the master.
Don't know why you sound so surprised. You've done something to your face. You've changed it somehow, but I can tell. It's you.
Curious. She can see past the veil. She must be void-touched.
What touched?
Void-touched. It means...
I don't give a crap what it means. And I don't give a crap about you either, master. Just leave me alone. I already know you're good at that.
Could you tell me what happened at the Village Eye building?
Why should I?
No. No. Oh, none of these are good. Okay, so the least bad one, threatening to have her arrested is... It just feels really bad. Because I'm your master, she just said the only thing that you're master of is, like, leaving us alone, leaving us to, like, abandoning us. Sounded like what she was getting at. So you seem really troubled. Telling me might help you feel better. It won't, but I feel like this is the least bad option.
Look, maybe you care, and maybe you don't. But it doesn't matter. Not anymore. Not after the way you left us. So get out of here. Take your new followers and go.
Wait, followers?
You heard me.
Drienne has to go. Drienne, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the fun lunch break companionship. If you are interested to see more, the VOD will be up. However, if you're interested in what you've seen, Unavowed goes on sale semi-regularly on stream, and I bet that you could pick it up very inexpensively if you wanted to play it yourself. I'm having a very good time with it so far. Mia's telling Drienne to have a great day. Hello to Borlak. Borlak, thank you so much for coming by. How was... It's not Warframe. War Thunder? I think that's the name of it. The game that is not World of Tanks, but I was lurking in your stream the other day. It seemed like you were having a good time with it, and I hope that's the case. Let's go with... let's cut right to it, because she seems to have very little patience for my bullshit. We found a dead body in the basement of the Village Eye building.
You can't prove a damn thing. I mean, whatever. Don't know a thing about it.
Oh, lady, you're gonna have to work up your alibi, your interrogation resistance techniques. Do you know how fast you were going? You can't prove anything! The basement of the Village Eye is half forest.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
I've lost my memory. I don't remember. And let's say this last. No, actually, this is a really good follow-up to You're Crazy. No, look, I've actually lost my memory.
You what? You're serious, aren't you? You didn't just leave us. You forgot about us.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but yes.
We are trying to piece together what happened. Can you help us?
No, it's done. It's over. If you've forgotten about it, then maybe I can too. Just leave me alone.
Oh boy, I really burned that. Okay. Who said I left you, and what do you mean by that?
What do I mean? You left. Left us to fend for ourselves, and it all went to shit. Me, I'm back where I started. Others weren't so lucky.
Others?
You never cared, did you? All that time, I knew it. I just didn't want to believe it.
Okay, again, amnesia. Like, I can write that down if you need a little help remembering. I'm not trying to be obtuse. I don't know anything about this. Who's the guy in the picture with you?
You really don't remember anything, do you? You've even forgotten Jordan, your precious protege. Well, he's gone. No thanks to you.
Could you tell me about Jordan?
He and I were a thing, kind of. I don't know. We're nothing anymore. He's gone. He left soon after you. He's probably dead. Not that you care.
Not to, like, snap between topics too quickly, but, Borlak, has gotten to where he wanted to in the current season pass of War Thunder before it ends on the 27th. That's always a good feeling, isn't it? Like, I know that Patikin's always, like, getting all of the seasonal content in Fall Guys. Anytime there used to be a seasonal event going on in Heroes of the Storm, I would go through and try to make sure that I got, you know, whatever special skins or whatever that I wanted, always for free, but just like, you know, making use of the in-game economy. Like, it's always nice when you get to participate in some sort of special thing like that, and you get what you're looking for. Could you tell me about Jordan? Also, Jordon, that feels like an uncommon spelling. I feel like at least in North America, at least in the United States, it would be more commonly Jordan.
He and I were a thing, kind of. I don't know. We're nothing anymore. He's gone. He left soon after you. He's probably dead. Not that you care.
There's probably the body in the basement, and I'm not trying to be grim about that. There's a ghost in the Village Eye building.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Don't talk about it. Don't even think about it. Just don't.
Oh, that was not the response I was expecting. I thought that she would say, wow, you're a stupid lunatic or something.
He and I were He's
Okay.
gone. Not that you...
So it's interesting that of all the dialogue choices, this is the only one that remains, but it doesn't seem to lead anywhere just yet, so we will leave her alone.
Please, don't come back.
Now, also, just while we're walking back, Patikin was saying that he wants to see the Uncharted movie.
Just so we're clear, we are not calling you Master.
Okay. I am pretty much 100% ambivalent about the Uncharted movie. I will certainly... It's like the Tomb Raider movie, the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider movie. I would watch it when it came around, and then it came around and I watched it, and it was fine. So, by the way, my prediction now is the password is Wendy. Because if he was in a relationship with her, and the password equals heart, the password should equal Wendy. There we go. Entry 1. Master says I should start this journal explaining who I am and how I got here. My name is Jordan. 3 months ago, I was fired from my job at a crappy electronics store. 2 weeks ago, my landlord evicted me because I couldn't pay the rent. I was on the street. In the middle of this brutal winter, the homeless shelter was completely full. I thought I was going to freeze to death. Master found me. He brought me here. He gave me clothes and warm food and his laptop. He insisted I keep a journal of my experiences here. He also says I should call him Master. That's fine, I don't care. I'm safe here and I'm not leaving. Heck, if it keeps me alive, I'll call him God. Entry 2. The Master brought a few more people in. They are all homeless like me. They are all sick. This old guy has lung cancer so bad he's coughing up blood. There's this girl named Wendy who looks to be in incredible pain. Me, I'm still cold. It's so hard for me to get warm, but at least I'm not dying. Entry 3. Master brought us downstairs. There's a tree growing up out of the floor. A tree. Master said this is an altar of life, and it will protect us and heal us if we do the same. He will teach us how. All we have to do is let him cut us and we bleed on the altar. Entry 4. Oh my god. The energy. Oh man, it's incredible. I'm warm. So warm. It feels so good. Entry 5. I've never felt this good. The cold has completely left my body. The old guy's cough is gone. He's even breathing normally. And Wendy's walking around without any pain. Praise the Master. Entry 6. There are 7 of us now. Master has been cutting us every few weeks. It seems crazy, but we heal up right away and we're healthy. That's the important thing. Praise the Master. I would be dead if it wasn't for him. We all would. Entry 7. Merry Christmas. The tree is growing. There's grass in the floor of the basement. It's concrete. With the Master, anything is possible. Entry 8. The Master needs to leave for a while. Which is one word for some reason. And now I'm being put in charge. Me, in charge. I'm so honored. Maybe I should password protect this laptop, since I'm so important now? Entry 9. It's nice having my privacy. But it's kind of lonely in here. I asked Wendy if she would stay the night with me. She said yes. Entry 10. I caught the old guy. He bled like crazy. He didn't heal. I had to run out for bandages. Thank God he's okay. Entry 11. It's freezing in here. I turn the radiator up full blast. It does nothing. Entry 12. Wendy is limping. The old guy is coughing. I can't stop shivering. The ritual doesn't work anymore. Master, where are you? You've been gone for almost 2 months. Entry 13. This is cool, where it's like he's shivering. Can barely feel the keys. Hands are numb. I can't help these people anymore. I can't help myself. Like, I've been that cold, where you're feeling like you're trying to type on a keyboard and it doesn't work. It sucks. Entry 14, I have to leave. I'm sorry, Master. I can't do it. Putting Wendy in charge. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't think that the body downstairs is Jordan anymore. Patikin enjoyed the last Tomb Raider movie, but I enjoyed all of them. They were all based on the games that came out at the time. I liked the Alicia Vikander movie a lot more than I liked it a lot more than the Angelina Jolie movies. I was very disappointed in some of the decisions that it made, but it's very difficult to talk about them without getting too deep into what it is. So we've read the journal, and there's nothing else to do in the computer that I know of.
Blood rituals used for healing. That is perverse and wrong.
It may be wrong, but it does explain the forest downstairs. It's unspent life energy. It created excess life.
Beauty can hide all manner of evil, Eli. You know this more than anyone.
I sense a story here, Eli.
Oh, it's nothing. Just a little run-in with a golem and a succubus that got a...
A story for another time?
Right. Blood rituals, dark magic, that stuff.
Yes, Eli. Bad stuff.
If I understand that journal right, the ritual stopped working when the, master left, which means that only you, or rather your demon, could perform it.
Then why leave Jordan in charge?
That's a good question. One more reason to track it down. In the meantime, I really want to know more about this ritual.
Let's get to it. Just a quick acknowledgement here. As we've gone further in this, I really like the fact that the mage is like the regular, down-to-earth, I used to work in a business office back in like the 1940s guy. And that he's like... There's not a lot of mysticism to him. He just sort of like talks about things in a very matter-of-fact way. I think that's pretty cool.
After you?
That and, like, if you were to describe to me the premise of this game, and they're like, like a demon murders someone, or a succubus murders someone, or an incubus murders someone. Like, it's very easy to do this kind of story in a very, very predictable villain of the week CBS crime-style procedural. Mysterious forest growing in the ground, growing in a stony basement with moss that's like consuming this dead body and stuff. I don't know. I'm really digging this whole... It feels very mysterious and distinct to me. I don't know that we've learned nothing new. Can I talk with the ghost now? I don't think so, but let's try.
Speaking to a lost spirit is futile.
And Maxine has it exactly right, by the way. When you're trying to type or like do something that requires a little bit of manual dexterity, but you're very, very cold, it's not that you can't feel the keys. It's that your fingers, at least mine, just don't work. Like they don't. They're so stiff. It's like you've tied pieces of wood onto your digits, and they won't like flex in the way that you want them to. Also, blah, blah, blah is saying Master Angel, with what appears to be a lot of sarcasm. So, here's my guess. We have her use her sword on, like, me or somebody else to bleed. That's my guess. No? Me? No. Oh, so Jordan, when he left, probably would have gone to the homeless shelter. So let's go back to the homeless shelter. Like, he's so cold, he can't do it here. The homeless shelter had been full, but then he was like, it was 2 months later, he said, maybe the homeless shelter would have like freed up.
Evening, sir.
Do you know anything about the Village Eye building?
They went out of business, didn't they? Squatters were living in that building for a while, but I think they've cleared out.
You let them stay there?
The owner never filed a complaint, so legally we weren't required to investigate. Didn't stop us from keeping an eye on the place, though.
I'm a fan of this police officer. He looks the other way when no one's getting bothered. He didn't know about the forest in the basement or anything, but like he saw a bunch of people that were just going inside to get warm and said, that's none of my business. And when the homeless shelter gets burned down, he's like, you know, there's like a Walmart right around the corner they could have gone to. So you saw nothing illegal going on at the Village Eye?
Nothing we could see from the outside, no. But to be honest, it wasn't exactly high on our priority list.
Bones, thank you so much for the resubscription. Gosh, there was something I was going to ask you about. No, this is really going to bother me now. It was something specific, something about, you know what, if I think of it, I will bring it up. It was something very specific about... You know something? It might have just been that it would be really, really cool if you, Binky, Hookzilla, and like Petey, or like whoever else is like a mutual friend, if like a bunch of you got together and did some sort of like a horror-themed board game, like Dead of Winter, Last Night on Earth, Call of Cthulhu, something like that. It would be really fun to see you guys get together. It wouldn't have to be like a regular thing. I just think that'd be very, very cool. And Azric's saying, how was your Saturday going? Saturday's going great. We are in front of a burned out homeless shelter and trying to figure out the origin of a mysterious dead life forest that's growing in the basement.
I don't blame you. See ya.
Azric, I hope that you're also having a great day. Okay, let's go talk to the lady. Wendy. Sorry, I'm trying to learn everybody's names. Maybe...
Eli, you are scratching the buttons of your coat again, with your fingernail.
I am.
Yes. You are not even aware of it, are you?
Why is this a big deal?
It indicates a loss of control. It is minimal, but...
Right. I know. I'll work on that.
Oh!
Thank you.
I just remembered. It was, Bones. Marvel Zombies. I really hope that you and Binky watch that for Divided by Werewolves. Like, I know that you're more of a DC guy, super cool, but the announcement came out of SDCC that Marvel Zombies is going to be rated M for mature. I will be extremely curious for your thoughts. And that, by the way, I don't think that comes out for a good long time. I'm just throwing it out there as a vote for something that I'd love to hear covered on Divided by Werewolves. That's what it was. So let's talk to her again. The reason I want to talk to Wendy is, now that we've read the journal, maybe we'll have some more dialogue choices. Yes, here we go. We read Jordan's journal.
Shit. I knew I should have tossed that computer. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. You proud of yourself, Master?
I don't like the defensive-ness, so we're gonna go with, was it all true?
You mean, did you teach us all how to do those blood rituals? Yes. You took us all in. You saved us, I guess. Maybe. Every month you'd do the ritual. You'd cut one of us. We'd bleed on the altar. Then you'd say those words and we'd heal. Better, stronger, faster than before. It was like a drug.
Life energy. That's what you were being fed. That explains the wildlife in the basement. It must be residual life magic.
Whatever it was, it felt good.
What happened next? I like what happened next because it leaves it open for her to talk it through.
It all ended, is what happened. Jordan was so happy when you put him in charge. He tried, he really did. But he just got too sick. But whatever you did to us, the healing, it stopped working when you left. So he put me in charge. Me. And I just made things worse.
I like something must have happened or you wouldn't be out here.
I failed everyone. I was supposed to help them, but instead I cut with a knife. I said those stupid words again and again and again. It didn't work, so I had to try harder.
The murdered man in the basement. You took the blood ritual too far.
It was an accident, I swear.
Okay, it was an accident.
Yes, I put him on the altar. I took the knife and I killed him. I was nervous, I guess. I thought that was the end of it, but then...
His spirit, it came back.
It was horrible. We couldn't stay. Every time it saw us, it would scream.
And then?
I came here. I didn't want to be around people anymore.
You speak the truth.
You believe me? Hooray.
It is not a matter of belief. I simply know what truth is. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Well, there's no point in lying anymore, is there? The Master here was just as much involved as me. And something tells me you aren't going to turn him in.
And maybe it's just like the era in which I grew up, but I think this artwork looks great, like the portraits of everybody. It reminds me of going to computer shows when I was very young. Computer shows used to be a thing. I'll describe them for the youngins someday. But like seeing all of those like super VGA monitors that were capable of like doing like 640p, and it was like, wow. And like the variety of colors that they would have, and they showed like pictures of flowers and stuff, and they looked astonishing, like way better than those old monochromes that you had back home. I remember the era, is what I'm saying. So the artwork is very evocative for me. Let's keep the focus on her, because I feel like the more connection that we build with Wendy, the more forthcoming she's likely to be. Also, I'm curious, you said that you needed healing. What's wrong with you?
Cerebral palsy on my left side. It was bad before. I could barely handle sewer duty. It's much worse now.
Sewer duty?
You seriously don't remember? The pipes in the building leaked. Overflow from the sewer. It was disgusting. You couldn't exactly call a plumber, so you made us go into the sewer and drain it from there. We went down there so much, Jordan had to swipe a key to the control panel.
Okay. This is super important, but my only concern is that I haven't seen any way to get down into the basement or the sewer or anything like that. Where's the key to the sewer control panel?
You serious? You never wanted to bother with that before. But whatever. It's to the right of the control panel, behind one of the pipes.
And where's the knife?
You think I'm an idiot? I tossed it down a storm drain.
What? Why did you do that?
What do you think? It's probably halfway to Jersey by now, and good riddance.
Here's Eli expressing surprise on why someone might dispose of a murder weapon. I don't know that we can fix it, but don't worry.
Don't do me any favors. This mess is yours, Master. Do whatever you like.
Goodbye and good luck.
If I was lucky, I never would have met you in the first place.
You're not going to hear a lot of condemnation from me about Wendy, and this person doesn't have anything to do with it at all, right? She's not the woman in the photo. See anything odd around here?
I don't think she'd even notice if she did.
Oh no, Grumpy's saying Moo's not going to make it if she keeps drinking like that.
She threw the knife down a storm drain. Damn it. I can't blame her, but damn it. Magically imbued tools take weeks to make. I really hope to study it.
Hello to Fox McCloud, who's asking what this is about. So, this is me right here. This is Eli, who's a fire mage. This is Mundana, who is a djinn, and that's also like a saber. It looks like a saber to me that she has strapped to her back. We are investigating an unusual circumstance in the basement where we just learned that what they were doing was a blood life ritual. And what I was about to say is, yeah, let's look at the manhole cover.
Are you trying to lift a manhole cover with your bare hands?
You never know. Maybe the demon gave him super strength.
Oh, yeah, and Fox McCloud.
I guess not. Sorry.
My character was recently possessed by a demon and went on a New York-wide murder spree. So that's also a thing. What I was about to say is that you're not going to hear a lot of condemnation from me about Wendy, because Wendy was reportedly in a lot of pain, and she was introduced to something that could make all of the pain go away for the low cost of bleeding on a stump once every couple weeks, they said it was. And when it started to lose effectiveness and then eventually stopped working, she became more and more desperate to not experience that debilitating pain. I understand where she's coming from on that. She had something that made her life substantially better, and she felt it being torn away, and it made her do things that otherwise she would never have done. So it's hard for me to say, no, how dare you. So behind some pipes, next to the control panel, there are no pipes here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I need to have her, like, use her sword to, like, like poke in and then like crowbar up the... I feel like I wouldn't want to do that with my sword, but she's got a magic sword. It turns into smoke, so maybe it's not going to get all bent up. Yeah, I don't see anything that's like pipe-like down here behind the pipes. Oops. Okay. Yeah, let's go try to use her sword on the manhole cover. Grumpy saying incoming moo? Well, hopefully. Oh, wait. Bone says, I'm sure Brandon has seen the stuff from SDCC. I haven't really been paying attention. We will probably do zombies, though. Yeah, that is... I'm excited that it exists. I don't know if it'll be good. I don't know if I'll like it. Maybe I'll think it's the stupidest thing ever. But I'm really glad that it's something that they are giving a spin on. Okay, let's have her do that.
Are you lifting with your knees?
Yes. Bracing. Fortuitous that I have kept up my training.
A ladder leads down to the street. Here we go.
At least the rain is washing away most of the smell.
If not the heat, I am positively sweltering. I admit that my knowledge of sanitation systems is lacking. But should this water be boiling?
No. I don't think so. No.
Oh.
Then we indeed a mystery on our hands.
This might have been why it got warm in the apartment building. It wasn't just them feeling warm because of blood magic, it was actually warm. Also, Bones is saying that he loved the comic from Marvel Zombies. I remember reading like a summary of what all happened, and it sounds ludicrous in like the best way.
Be careful. The heat in this room is kind of off the scale.
Okay, but he can turn it because remember, he doesn't get burned, Eli. So let's have him do it.
Eli Beckett. Mage, accountant, and plumber. And sometimes all three.
Hello to Moo, who says, I deserve every aerosol spritz I drink, goddammit. No, need a key. Okay, maybe... Are these the pipes Wendy was referring to? Okay, so here's the key.
Huh. Looks like Wendy was right.
Oh, sorry, you have to use the key.
Turn it on! For the love of God, turn it back on!
Okay, and now we find out that it's a Fantastic Four tie-in. Let's turn the water back on. He really seems to be suffering.
Wait. Master? Master! Master, is that you?
Come give me a hug. Maybe I was once, but I'm not anymore.
No, you just can't leave me. Not again. Not yet. Please. I know. I failed you. I couldn't leave them. I was too weak. I tried so hard, but it was just too much.
Definitely Jordan.
I was, yes. But I'm not sure who I am anymore. Do you remember, Master? How you found me? Frozen, half to death on the street? I almost died. You saved me. You healed me. Brought me back from certain death.
It wasn't really me, it was a demon who possessed me.
That was no demon. It was you. You were so kind. You showed me how to heal. We were going to heal the entire city. But I couldn't do it without you. When you left, the power left too. The chill, the cold, it came back. I couldn't stop it. It just got worse and worse. I couldn't heal myself, let alone anyone else, so I left. I had to find something, anything that could help me get warm again.
I mean, I picked up on, like, this was Jordan pretty quickly, but looks like you found it. Let's empathize, though. I don't think that, like, making light of the situation, he's given off enough light for all of us. Hey-oh. No, I'm so sorry. Also, Foxcloud is saying, the smell of raw, heated sewage must be magical. That is one thing that video games rarely communicate, the stench.
It's not your fault, Master. Don't blame yourself. You warned me about that spell. I didn't listen. But I was so desperate. I was freezing to death. The bed in that homeless shelter wasn't warm enough. You taught me a spell that would let warmth into my heart. So I spoke it. Then this happened.
Oh no! He did this when he was inside the homeless shelter? Jesus. Yeah.
Yes, they were the only ones who would take me in.
No, you misunderstand. The shelter, it burned to the ground.
Was anyone hurt?
Let's focus on helping him, because honestly, I don't remember if the cop said how many people were killed. I kind of don't feel like that's been covered. So let's center him on, we really need him to not be on fire.
Do you really think I can be helped? I don't deserve it. I know I don't, but if there's any chance, help me before I hurt anyone else.
I do have some questions.
Anything you want.
Now, before we ask, Moo was saying that Littlest Bug was apparently listed as an unaccompanied minor. So, what, has the airline just sort of like sat him down with a PlayStation Vita or something, and you guys are off? Like, where's he off to? She says, plus they had Littlest Bug as an unaccompanied minor, even though we're traveling with him. So I've abdicated any parental responsibilities. That must be a great surprise. Like, oh, I don't have to, I don't have to keep an eye on him. So, I feel like we spoke to Wendy might earn additional trust.
I didn't want to leave them. Wendy, least of all. She leads them now. She's keeping them all safe.
He's been down here for a while. Wendy killed someone on the altar.
She what? Why would she do that?
Standard escalation. More blood, more power.
I want this to end. Please, just let it all end.
Okay, Moo is saying, nope, we asserted our parental rights to have him with us, so he's not parked in front of a PS nanny. Well, I hope that he's excited for the trip. I think that you guys are going to have a great time. A knife was tossed down here. Have you seen it?
The knife? You mean your knife? Yes, I saw it fall down here. I took it. I hid it, just in case you ever came back.
Could you get it for us? I'd love to study it.
I suppose? After you help me?
Okay, he'd probably melt the knife, so Eli, can you do anything to help him?
I've been trying, but the fire is different. It's self-generating, self-sustaining. Even submerging himself in water couldn't snuff him out. I've never seen anything like it. I need to know more about his condition before I can even attempt a cure.
Master, this is all too much. I served you, faithfully. Then you left when I needed you the most. How do I know you won't leave again? Cure me? Help me? Do that and I will get the knife for you gladly.
We really would like the knife.
I understand that, Master, and I am truly sorry. Help me find a way to cure me. Anything at all. Then I will return your knife.
We'll be back.
Thank you, Master.
He is very deferential to my character, and I know that they have a whole, like, backstory, but him, like, being, I'm sorry, I cannot go get the knife until you cause me to no longer be in an endless agony of burning flesh. It reminds me a lot of Remember when the Vice President of the United States shot a man in the face during a bird hunt, and then the man who got shot publicly apologized to that Vice President, the then current Vice President of the United States? I'm sorry that I got in the way of your bird shot. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. That's what this feels like. The flames dance up and down Jordan's body, obscuring his features and making you dizzy. Okay, so let's talk with the crew, because I have no idea.
What do you need?
What do you think we should do?
Should we head over to that homeless shelter? Take a look around?
Sure, sounds good. Can I ask you about ghosts, though?
Sure, I guess. What do you want to know?
Are ghosts are harmless?
Pretty much. From what I can gather, they're barely aware of where they are. Maybe even who they are. Talking to them is impossible. Trust me, I've tried.
Sorry, something important just came up in chat. Moo is saying super excited, we'll post pics as much as possible, either to Discord or Twitter, whatever works wherever we are. That is, I'm very glad for that, Moo. I'd love to see those photographs. But more important than that, Moo shares, I wanted to do a birthday stream yesterday, but it was just a hot mess packing. Moo, happy birthday. Seriously, if anybody else is in chat and hears this, if we could have some more happy birthdays in chat, Moo, I hope that you had a great birthday. It sounds like it was a little bit stressful, but when you get to where you're going, kick back, enjoy some time off, have a party when you arrive. It's for real. Happy birthday. How come I can see ghosts now when I couldn't before?
Because you're void touched now, my friend. When that demon possessed you, you encountered magic in a pretty intimate and significant way. It left you changed. We call that change becoming void touched. Seeing ghosts, one of the side effects.
This is wild. It's wild to be having this conversation. Are all ghosts shapeless gray blobs?
To you and me, yes. We appear the same way to them. It makes communicating with them impossible.
Oh, and hello to Debauchery as well. Wait. Is it also Debauchery's birthday? Debauchery, if it is also your birthday, happy birthday to you as well. Moo saying it's fine. Grumpy got me coffee. Littlest Bug gave me a hug, and Biggest Bug gave me a re-gifted pair of earrings. Wait, from like France? Because isn't Biggest Bug still in France? How do you? Well, I mean, he's been at this for a while, so he knows a bunch about ghosts.
When I saw my first ghost, I reacted much in the same way you did. I wanted to help them. It didn't seem right to just ignore them. So I read a lot. I tried to learn everything I could. Nothing worked. We all have our strengths. Mine is fire. I was no spirit medium, sadly.
Do those exist?
The technical term is bestower. Bestowers of eternity. Folks who can see and talk to ghosts. Help them pass on. We heard rumors of one operating in New York, but Kalash refused to make contact. Death is part of the mundane world, he would say. Not our jurisdiction. I could see his point.
Okay, and Debauchery is saying that it was about Moo, Moo's birthday and passing. But nonetheless, Debauchery, whenever your birthday does come up, it'll be a happy birthday at that time. But yeah, Moo is saying a pair of their own earrings, not a pair from France. Right, but am I wrong that Biggest Bug is at home? Okay. Wow, now you guys are going. Okay. That's cool. I imagine the larger the number of the people, the harder it is to get everything scheduled. A bestower would be handy to have around right now.
No kidding. You could talk to the ghost and find out what happened here. Guess we figured it out the old-fashioned way.
Well, we have a pretty good sense so far. Where can we find a bestower, though?
They don't exactly advertise. Bestowers deal with death. They tend to keep to themselves. It's not like they hand out business cards.
My friend Jonah said that he saw a ghost. Maybe he was a bestower. So Jonah was the guy from the very beginning who had the gun to his own head?
Really? From what you told me, that would explain a few things. Too bad he was, shot. I'll just stop talking.
Yeah, thanks for putting that so delicately. That's enough for now, though. let's go to the homeless shelter. That seemed like a conversation.
Poor guy.
He played with powerful magic he had no business using. He hurt dozens of innocents.
He was...
Okay, let me chat with this guy.
Evening, sir.
Can I take a look around back there?
No. In case it wasn't clear, this is a crime scene, which means stay back.
What if we threaten you with a sword? I really do need to get back there.
Oh, really? Give me one reason.
So we'll use our bartender power. I like that we have Jin, Fire Mage, Bartender. Is it such a big deal? You don't seem like you really want to be here.
Well, no, I don't. What makes you say that?
Do you want to talk about it? I'm a good listener.
Ah, what the hell. You ever feel helpless? Powerless? Like there's too much shit going on and you can't do a damn thing about it?
Oh, do tell. All the time these days.
Then you know what I'm talking about. I'm an officer of the law. I'm supposed to be out there doing something, not stuck behind a desk or here doing guard duty. I know I could make a difference if I was just given a damn chance.
I like this one. Then do something. Let us take a look around. We can help.
What, just let you through? You're serious, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You really think you can help? Jesus, I must be crazy. I must be insane. But something. I don't know what. Something tells me I can trust you. Get inside, and quickly. I'll give a shout if someone comes by.
I love the fact, Carolina was saying bartender power. Yeah, I really like the fact, when I chose bartender, it was like, I figured like this would just be like a quick background thing that maybe would get referenced once in a while. It didn't occur to me that it would be like inform like our social powers, and I think that that's neat.
Just get the guy who did this.
This gives at least a little bit of
I begin to understand why you were hired as a barkeep.
Yeah, you had him eating out of the palm of your hand.
You have an enviable gift for empathy. We will discuss this later. Let us find what we came for.
That's a fantastic compliment. An enviable gift for empathy. Charred walls stand unsteadily against the night sky. I mean, I definitely see the lone locker that appears to be covered in... I guess that could be like fire retardant gel, but I would have expected that to have washed away, so it looks a lot more like ice to me.
Is something the matter?
The locker's frozen solid.
Huh, interesting.
So he can melt it, though. How is this possible? The building was on fire not too long ago. What do you think caused it, Eli?
There's something in there. Something that's generating a lot of cold. A self-generating thermal whirlpool spell, maybe. I've read about those.
So you believe this is magic related?
Are people still saying, duh? Because, well, duh.
I cannot say I am impressed with the mundane authorities. They should have noticed this when inspecting the site.
Not necessarily. That officer said this place burnt down about a week ago. It wasn't raining then, which means that no ice should have formed.
Perhaps you are correct, and perhaps this was meant to be. If there is danger here, we should be the ones to face it.
So, actually, let me throw it on a save real quick. Blah 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 was saying, wait, you chose bartender? What other powers were available? Does anybody remember? I think one of them might have been police officer. I want to say there were 3, and then there was a 4th option, which is, like, go fuck yourself, and, like, you don't answer the question. There was bartender, I want to say there was police officer, and does anybody remember what the 3rd one was? Like, Jody K, you were here right from the beginning. Cara Luna, do one of you remember? By the way, Jody K is back from her nap. We're in the same place we were an hour ago. Well, the same weather, but it's actually a new day. And by the way, we are now going to have him warm up the locker for us.
Come on, melt.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. It's just something inside is fighting back. There.
Nicely done.
That's me, Eli Beckett, enemy of ice.
Okay, enemy of ice is way less cool than enviable capacity for empathy. Jody K was asking, say the question again. At the very beginning, right at the very beginning, it was like, what's your character's profession? And I chose bartender, and I think one of them was police officer, but do you remember what the third one was?
Well, that's definitely our cold source, all right.
Exposure to fire and ice has warped this locker's metal to an alarming degree, and then we've got a thick ice block has formed inside the locker. A faint shape is visible inside. So I feel like we're probably going to have him melt it, unless she wants to do an ice sculpture out of it for us. I like the sound that he makes, and then I also like the fact that it's cold! Exclamation point.
Now that it's out of the open air, the warm rain is coming down. I should be able to...
Oh.
Jesus!
I thought it was going to be like a key or something. The body is beginning to thaw out. How is that police officer going to explain to his superiors that he found an additional body?
Not a burn mark on him.
The ice protected him from the fire?
It also froze him to death, but if you want to get technical, sure, it protected him from the fire.
Okay, so Jody K has verified it's actor, police officer, and bartender. Yeah, I do remember the actor now. That's the one that I was like, it's like, oh, I'm an actor and our show starts like next week or something like that. But thank you for Googling it. So yeah, I guess depending on which one of those you choose, you'll get different like dialogue options or maybe different ways to solve puzzles altogether. We know what could cause this because he's explained to us like it's a polar vortex ice spell. So does the body look familiar to you? We'll get the police officer next.
Maybe. It's hard to tell, you know, with all the frostbite and things.
I admit, he does look slightly recognizable, but as to who, I cannot say.
This young man is covered in ice. He looks slightly familiar, but you can't exactly place it. Let me just see if there's anything...
The more I look at him, the more familiar his face becomes. Do you recognize him, Eli?
No, but you're right. He is familiar. Why can't I remember?
Okay, and Jody K is also clarifying that if I'm not telling you, it does circle back. I was curious if it might like randomly select one or give you like the what's the word? What's the word when you just like you don't like people at all? Like maybe there'd be a secret fourth trait or something.
He looks familiar, doesn't he? Where have I seen him before?
Oh! So I actually had noticed the fact that in the photograph, Jordan had a beard. I just assumed that burned off because the dude down in the basement was on fire. He also didn't have any hair on his head from what I saw. So, this is Jordan, isn't it?
I think it is. It's definitely the same guy in that picture you got.
The evidence is undeniable. Jordan sought a way to remove the cold invading his body. It appears he failed.
So, who's down in the sewer? Yeah, what did we see in the sewer? That's not a ghost.
No, we would not have been able to converse with it if so. We spoke to Jordan, not a lost spirit. At least, not one in the traditional sense. His soul transmuted, escaped his body, and became something else. He is alive, just no longer human.
He's become a fire elemental, a spirit bound to a body of flame.
Look. A lot of people died because of him, apparently. He didn't know what he was doing. This was accidental. It was born out of desperation. Yeah, he should probably be made to pay some penalty for what he's done, but I don't know, man. It just... Can we reverse it?
No, we can't. And even if we could, his human body is dead. There's nothing for him to go back to.
Regardless, we cannot allow a fire elemental to run loose in the city sewers.
You're the fire expert, Eli. Any thoughts?
Thoughts? I have plenty of thoughts. None of them nice. Let me mull them over for a bit, okay? We should hear Jordan out before deciding anything, anyway.
Let's go.
Whatever you found in there, don't tell me about it. Deniability and all that. Just find the guy who did this.
Are you sure? Because if your boss comes back and there's a thawing dead body behind you that you didn't notice, that might not reflect well on your guard duty.
Evening, sir.
Yes, thank you. We found a body in the rubble.
Damn it, I told you not to tell me anything.
It's super important,
all right,
though.
I'll take it from here. It can't get out that I let you in there. So I never saw you. Got it?
I was never here.
You catch on quick.
Yeah. Telling him about the body is good for him, and it's good for Jordan. Now, Fox McCloud was asking why the frozen body looked like Mel Gibson. Sallow, shocked, bearded, gaunt. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. This man, however, looks more like Jim Caviezel to me. We went to the shelter.
You did? What did you find?
You froze to death in the shelter. This feels like the kindest way to put it.
What? I'm dead?
No, not exactly. You're a fire elemental now. You're alive, you're just in a new body. A body made of flame. That's why the flames are self-sustaining. You aren't on fire, you are fire.
So, there's no cure?
No. Your human body is dead. There's no getting around that. But you're kind of immortal now. That's something, isn't it?
You mean I have to live like this? Forever?
Yeah?
You should have left me in the cold, Master! You should have left me to die!
I'm gonna get my face ripped off again. Is there something you can do, Eli?
Yes, there is. I'm a fire mage. I can control and channel fire. Given enough time, I can remove the fire from your spirit.
Eli, what you are proposing...
will be incredibly painful, I know.
Painful?
It will feel like being skinned alive.
But it will kill me?
Eventually.
Then I'll do it.
This is the only option?
No, it is not. I will not allow you to do this. Not when there is another way.
Another way?
There are others of your kind. Fire elementals. A whole world of them.
Yeah, in another dimension, across the void. How do you propose to get him there?
Jordan is a creature of spirit now, which means he can traverse the void. I can lend him the energy required, and show him how to open the way.
So he can, what, spend eternity with fire people?
Wait, eternity?
It is a one-way trip, Jordan. Life there will not be easy, but perhaps you can find a home there, a life.
But what kind of life would that be?
One that continues.
Sure, on an alien world, in an alien dimension, all alone.
There will be others of his kind. In time, they might accept him.
And if they don't, they'll be stuck there forever.
So the alternative is to murder him?
It's mercy. If I was in his shoes, I'd want the same.
But you are not in his shoes. You cannot make that choice for him.
And neither can you.
Okay.
That is true. Jordan, what say you?
I don't know.
Do you really want to live like this?
Better a life like this than no life at all.
But what kind of life would that be?
Let's ask him.
I can't. This is all too much. Master, I know you've done your best. Whatever you decide, I will do.
One that
Okay,
continues.
then it's that makes it actually much
Sure,
simpler.
on
so
an alien world,
go
in an
across the
alien
void.
dimension.
Yes, Master, you were right. Maybe this is what was meant to be. Maybe you saved me that night for this very reason. Maybe I have some purpose to fulfill in this new dimension. Okay, I am ready.
You two should wait above ground. I will help him transfer across the void.
We go back upstairs. She just
I
lops
guess
his
he's
head
on
off
his
with
way
the
by
sword.
now. Off to his new life, assuming you can call it life. You think we did the right thing?
Yeah, Eli, and why wouldn't you? Look. If Jordan had said, no, the suffering is intolerable, I can't take this, I've lost everyone that I've ever known, I don't want my soul to be thrown through some void and whatever else, I need to stop it here, then I probably would have honored those wishes. Absent a clear conviction from him, I'm not going to advise that somebody just gets killed because, they've turned into something brand new. For all we know, he's going to go over to the fire dimension and they're just going to spend their days surfing on the lava lakes, and he's going to have a great existence for all eternity. And if he doesn't like it there, then I know that they said that he's immortal, but maybe he can end his own life, right? Maybe he'll never die of old age, but he could die of, I don't know, spritzing himself down with carbon dioxide gel or something. I don't know what they have over there. So yeah, he has a chance out there more than he would here.
A chance is better than nothing? Maybe. But to live through eternity without seeing another human being, I couldn't take it. I know that much.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that much, so I guess this is sort of like asking him to share his thoughts. You'd rather die instead?
Honestly, yes, I'd rather die. I know what I am. I'm not entirely normal, but I know that I'm human. I know that I'm me. If I lose that, then I lose everything. So, is he...
Yes, he has gone through the void.
I don't think she knows if he's okay, so I will turn the topic towards her. You look exhausted.
Opening the way was more difficult than anticipated. It took all of his energy, and a good portion of mine. He did retrieve the ritual knife for me before he left.
Well, that's something. I'll study it back at the lab.
I know the routine. I shall call ahead and have pizza delivered.
It's like you read my mind.
Oh man, they shouldn't be talking about pizza. Now I'm... Oh wow, just straight back. There's that's the other thing about this game. There's no load times. It's instantaneous. So that feels like a really good place. Case 1 solved, I think. I suspect that we're going to have at least a little bit of a debriefing next time, because what we'll do is probably go downstairs and get a rundown on what that knife is. But this feels like as clear of a chapter or act break as we're liable to get. I don't know the structure of this game, and I think that if I go down and have a chat with Eli about the knife, then it may lead directly into whatever the next case is, and I would want that briefing to be part of our next episode. This has been a very, very positive first look at this game. I like the focus on storytelling. I like the focus on the characters and the dialogue. I like that all of the NPC dialogue is voiced, and I like the fact that when I asked Eli, I really wasn't sure where to go after having done that, and he was like, well, why don't we go check out that burned down homeless shelter again? It's like, yes, that is helpful advice. It's always frustrating to me if the game feels like it was intended to have some sort of a built-in hint system, and the hint system is like, I don't know. You go figure it out. Here's a list of 3 things you can't do, so I guess you'll have to do one of the other 900 things around. So yeah, I so far have really been enjoying this, and I like the fact that it feels like there's some story choices to make. The choice to kill the Ligamenture or whatever that guy was at the beginning felt like I felt pretty strongly that was the better of the 2 options, and here I felt like helping Jordan to transfer over to a place where he could live among the flames, like dance among the flames. That seems like the right thing there. So it seems neat, and I like the idea that there would be some replay value if you wanted to choose a different profession. Are the differences going to be that major? Well, not that we've seen so far, but for all I know, later on, some of these things are going to pay off. So, yeah, very positive first impression. If I click quit game, I'll tell you what, let's find out in a second, because I don't want to jump back out to the desktop before we find somebody to raid. So, a couple things. Debauchery, so Patikin is saying, well, okay, let me roll back even further. Patikin was recommending to Mia a game called Marauders. It's not out yet, but Patikin has seen a video of streamers playing it. That was with the reference to there's a game with a fuck you button in it. Then Patikin is saying nobody wants load times anyway. Carolina is saying load times are OP, and then thanks for the stream. Yeah, I actually have seen some people commenting on the fact that for so long, games replaced or supplemented tutorials by having tips and tricks and advice and tutorial information on loading screens. And starting with the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series consoles, and solid-state drives now on PCs, sometimes loading times are so quick, there's not enough time to present anything there. And I've seen some people who work in game development talk about the fact that, we have to come up with other ways to present information, because what used to be a reliable thing where we knew there's going to be 15 seconds of time that we could put something up. Remember when Bloodborne started putting item descriptions during the load screen? When Bloodborne first came out, it was just like a Bloodborne symbol, but then they realized that they could make use of that time by putting some game relevant information in there. And yeah, that's sort of like an odd, it's not really a loss, but it's just something that has to be now worked around, which I think is interesting. Patikin did not recommend Marauders. He says that it's not even his type of game, but he was thinking that Mia might enjoy it at least. So Mia's saying always adding games to my list. Now then, Debauchery is saying, Marauders is space escape from Tarkov. And as we move forward, isn't there actually a space? Don't the makers of Escape from Tarkov have some sort of space thing coming out, or did I completely make that up? Or is it actually Marauders? But then Debauchery was also saying, have you played We Happy Few? So I have not, because when We Happy Few came out, it had, from what I could see, universally abysmal reviews. I guess Jim Sterling, now James Stephanie Sterling, had actually recorded some lines of dialogue for We Happy Few, and James Sterling, okay, so again, he just so that everybody knows, and already, James Stephanie Sterling has clarified for people that you could still go by James or Jim. You could go by Stephanie. The pronouns now are they, them, I believe. And if I'm wrong on any of that, I may just not have gotten the latest updates. So if I've misspoken here, that's not my intent. I'd love to go by JS for James Stephanie, but they've never said that that's the way they want to go. So for James Stephanie, had apparently recorded some lines of dialogue for We Happy Few and said, I disavow this project. I hope my voice acting is not in this game because this is awful. It came out, it was buggy, it was half-baked, it was tedious, it was trite, it accomplished none of the things. Now maybe they have patched out some of those issues and made it a much better game, but for the reasons that I just described, I have never played We Happy Few. If you said to me, Debauchery, that it's in a much, much better state from where it was, I'd be interested to give it a shot, because I will say that when reviews were out, and this was the new thing, people did indicate that as you play further into it, there are like additional spins on the formula, and they would always say, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but, and then I would like fast forward the podcast or mute it or whatever else. So apparently there are like mid and late game surprises in the world of We Happy Few that I don't happen to know what they are, because I thought to myself, well, if they ever patch it up to a state where it is worth visiting, it might be interesting to do then. But no, I've not played it. I'd be interested to know if anybody is out there who thinks that We Happy Few has, you know, done a No Man's Sky and arrived at a point where like, oh, now this is worth looking at, then that would be interesting to know. We'll bring up this menu, even though it doesn't pause it. It is going to get a little bit quiet here, and what we're going to do is find somebody fun to raid, just to make sure that we don't get any feedback. And well, it looks like Mavis Games is up, so we can do a raid over to Mavis Games. I will do a raid, Mavis Games. So Mavis Games is listed as software and games. He is almost certainly doing some game development on, I believe it's sort of a pack to create axes, like a nearly infinite variety of different axes for video games. It's a package that I believe he's working on to be able to like a middleware project that he can then provide to MMO creators or other video game creators that want to have a lot of variety of different artwork that they can use to very easily generate and import axe designs. So that is going to be interesting. So we will go visit that. Jody K remembers having to change discs to load the next chapter of point and clicks, like insert disc 2. Oh yeah, I remember those eras as well. We will now raid over to Mavis Games. You guys, thank you very much. We will definitely be back for some more Unavowed. And just for just a little bit behind the curtain, this game was specifically chosen because after 2 separate 90+ hour games, I wanted something that was going to clock in somewhat shorter, and this game will be I think probably just a handful of episodes. So if you ever miss one, it will be up in our collection in the VOD section here on Twitch and maybe someday on YouTube. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.